Hey everyone, I'm Phil and this is Everything Spicy. How we doing? We made it. We made it through another week, another Friday night, another weekend to do as we please, right? No, of course not. You know, we're adults. We don't get to do as we please with our weekends. We need to work. Our work just has begun, right? For the weekend, maybe. I don't know. Depends on what you're doing. So let's say hi to a few people, shall we? Let's say hi to Tim Kirk Whipper Voyage Center. How you doing, Tim? Good to see you, Michael Moran. What's up, man? How you doing? Killer Creations. What's up, Killer? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Oh, so yeah, I got started a little late with getting this out here. So what's up, D-Bag? How you doing? Good Friday out to you, Phil. Good Friday to you too, D-Bag. Eric Pollock's in the house. Well, there you go. There we go. We got to get started so early. Kimberly Ferris. What's up, Kimberly? Pollock. This one's going quick, dude. I don't know what the deal is. What's up, Pollock? Oh, my goodness. There's Kimberly Ferris. How you doing? Donald Morris. What's up, man? Good to see you in here. The Hunt for Heat. Cindy Chili Bean. Mike. Blake Hurst, what's up? What's up, Peckerheads? What? Peckerheads, what's up, Aiden here? How you doing, man? Oh, good to see you in here. Holy mackerel. Make sure you're using those emojis. Those cool emojis that we got there. We're going to come up with some new ones. We got to replace some of the old ones with some new ones. So, holy mackerel. We'll do that this weekend, man. We'll put a couple of new ones in there. What's up, Metal Music Mania after dinner tincture mints, right? Nothing to wake up your mouth like, you know, a quick dropper full of tincture, right? Holy mackerel. Ooh-ha. Good to see everyone here in here, man. So how we doing, man? I mean, y'all are in the chat. Well, how are we doing? Let me know how was your week? What are your plans for the weekend, right? You know, you made it through the toughest part of the week, right? Now you got Saturday. You got Sunday, you know. Are you going to be working around the house? Are you going to be working around where you at? Are you going to be helping someone else out, working around? Or are you just going to be relaxing and having a good time? I don't know, man. What's up there, Donald Morris? Giving good utilization to all of those emojis. Thank you, Donald Morris. Marcella Arbaugh, how you do? Marcedell. I'm sorry, not Marcella. Or Marsha. What's up, Marsha? How you doing? Good to see you back in here. Good to see you. Holy mackerel. Let's get this out of the way here. We'll make, might as well make her blue. That way she don't stand out in the crowd, right? You're either a member or you're a moderator or you're both in this place. So good to see you in here. Pepper plants, lots of pepper plants. Oh, well, maybe redo the front walkway. There you go. Donald Moore says he's working hard. Kimberly says, I'm doing great and awesome. Well, you're always great and awesome, Kimberly. I've never known you to be down or negative, which is always what's great about you, man. I try to get 6 days a week. Holy mackerel. I try to get 3 days a week, and I have to put 5 or 6 in. So, see, I'm not that ambitious, Donald Morris. You know, maybe with coming out here at night I am, but as far as my job, I'm just not that ambitious. If not, I'm pissed. Well, there you go. I guess if you got the right job, raining here in North Carolina. I'm not sure what's up for this weekend yet. Well, dude, it's here. You better figure it out, or you're going to be back. It's going to be Monday, and you're going to be back to work. And you can be like, "Oh, what did I do this week? I mean, what my weekend? What did I do? What I do that all the time." And now I don't get my weekends anymore. Yeah, my job. We're going back to working Saturdays again. So now my day off will be Fridays. Then I'll work 5 hours on Saturday, and then off on Sundays. So. Yeah, my 2 days off in a row are all gone. Figure out how many of my tomato plants we are going to be keeping. And we got ours out on the porch growing. I got to get them out in the sunlight. So, moving the crackhead neighbor across town away from my house. That's a good thing. Oh, there you go. If he's willing to help, you know, if he's willing to let you help him move. What's up, dude? How you doing, man? Good to see you here. Arcade. What's up, man? Spicy Phil, awesome. Good to see you, Arcade. Holy man, mackerel. We got Tony R. Senior. I picked him up, what was it, last night from Stye North. How you doing, Tony? Good to see you in here. Computer Chick Productions. Lucky you, I am still furloughed. There you go. Blake, safe. What am I missing? Did I miss something with Blake? What's up? Oh, no, just talk about moving the crackhead. All right. Still waiting on businesses and to be called back. Well, lucky you, right? Still getting unemployment, still getting that big, $1,000 a week just to stay home. Excuse me. That's how it was here in Michigan. Our minimum wage was like $3.61 or something like that. Plus, we got an extra $600 to go on top of that. So it was like, after they took out taxes, like $8 something a week to stay home. But they didn't let us stay home. Not at my job. Joan McGilton. What's up, Joan? Good to see you. We got to talk to you about getting something here that's got your face or something on here. Larry D's Tanks and More. What's up, Larry D's? What's up, man? Good to see you in here. Oh, I used to see Larry D's Tanks and More. I used to always think military. I used to think big tank down the road. And just realized, no, it's fishing tanks. Just fishing tanks. Chelsea Lynn, what's up, girl? Good to see you in here, girl. Saucy Shane, my saucy brother. Give me a fist bump, bro. Right there. Fist bump. Boom. 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 How you doing, Saucy Shane? Good to see you. Felt good to be picked up. You know what? It does, man. Today on YouTube, it's not as easy to pick up subscribers anymore. You see an interesting channel, you just can't click on there, see some dots, find the channel, subscribe to them, let the person know. It's so much more difficult to pick up subscribers and network with people. People just got to pick you up just because they like your content, just because they like what you do. And I hope that people come in here. I hope you guys hit the thumbs up. I hope you share this out on also all your social medias, because if you were live, that's what you'd want someone to do for you, man. That builds the community, that brings people in. That does so much for everybody. So what's up, man? Blake Hurst showing some mankinis and boobies. That's what the screen's telling me. Woo-wee. All right, I got to get caught up here. Everybody make a good use of the emoji saying hi to everybody else. Blake, I can use this stack of $100 bills from your neighbors. Them crackheads don't give up them $100 bills easy. I don't like living off government. Never had to use unemployment. I want to work. It sucks. Oh, I completely understand, woman. I mean, hey, but at the end of the day, I've never collected unemployment until they laid me off from my work for COVID. At the end of the day, I pay into that crap. Might as well get some of it back, because Lord knows, when I got 1099 on part of my pay this year, they're gonna have no problem taking taxes from me here in a couple months when I finish my filing. So finally got a minute off from work. Well, that's good. A minute, maybe, hey, go to the boss. Hey, I'll go to the boss for it. Take the phone, take whatever to the boss. I'm going to go to the boss, and I will ask the boss for you, Larry. I says, sir, Larry's an important guy at your business, and I know he is. He's a very important part of your business. But can he have 2 minutes? I mean, 1 minute's just not quite enough, Can he have 2 minutes? Can Larry D, sir, can Larry have 2 minutes? 2 minutes. It's always maybe 3. Maybe is that too much to ask? 3 minutes? No. All right. Now I'm just being silly. I don't know. Holy mackerel. Oh, we'll scroll down here, look at a few more little comments. Lisa Kerwood, the AKA the Rainbow. You guys, you know what? Lisa's been coming back here lately. A little hiatus. I'm sorry I don't visit her on a regular basis, so she doesn't remember to visit me. Lisa Kerwood, what a wonderful human being. If you have not picked up this channel, if one of my moderators would find her channel and put her channel link in the chat, if you have not checked this girl out, she's such a sweet and wonderful human being. Everybody should be subscribed to Lisa Kerwood. Just saying. So, Donald, again, with good use of the emojis. I see something pop up on my phone. Boobies. No, that wasn't what I was looking at. Saucy Shane. Dr. Smith, you survived. Great spicy dude rules. Thank you, bro. Oh, we're getting down there. Joan Kirk. Sterling Silver's in the house. What's up, Sterling Silver? What's happening, man? And we got the Angel Muniz Variety Show became a member. What did we do? So Angel became a member. We got to get him. He is a Carolina Reaper. Man, they must be paying you well over there. How's everything at Walmart there, Angel? Good to see you. This Scott's Bonnet is here. How you doing, Scott's Bonnet? Angel Muniz Variety. Let me hold on. Hold the fort. Here, what we're going to do here. I've got one right here that says Carolina Reaper on it. Angel Muniz. We're going to scribble this off. All right, everybody hold up. Hold. We got the Scott's Bonnet in the house, but we got to get Angel here on my board here. Angel. The Angel Muniz. So everybody pause with me for just a second. It's dry. Angel Muniz. I gotta get a new one. I apologize. We will get this up on the board, but we are going to need to get a new dry erase marker, Angel. I apologize, but we got you right now. We will get this up there. Matter of fact, let's do this right now. Boom, boom, boom. We'll get you up here. We will get this fixed. I don't know why that thing, maybe the top wasn't all the way on my thing. Thank you, Angel, for becoming a member. Membership, guys, membership is what supports what we do here. As a matter of fact, I just got into another big challenge. There's going to be a few of us. I don't know. There's going to be a few of us getting Chug Challenge 2. You know, the League of Fire Chug. Remember when I tried to chug 5 bottles of hot sauce? I did chug 5 bottles of hot sauce. Remember how down and out I was? We're doing 10 now. I don't know how I got talked into it. I guess I couldn't say no. But yeah, now that I'm back to work and I know I'm making money, I got talked into doing 10. There'd be more details on this in the future, but as it stands right now, I got talked into doing that. Will, the Rocker. Will, what's up, man? How you doing? Good to see you in here. So how you doing there, James? Scott's Bonnet, if you guys have not checked out the Scott's Bonnet, man, he has a huge, huge, huge presence on Nuke Chili Heads, right? Man, he is on there. I mean, the guy is, every other post is James, the Scott's Bonnet Nixon. So what's up, Gibbler? How you doing, man? Good to check you out, man. How you doing? Good to see you in here. Whatever happened to your sister? Your sister used to come in here all the time, Kimberly. Whatever happened to that girl? I don't know. I've been great just doing some editing on videos, working and editing around my channel. There you go. Keep it busy with the channel. That's what it's about, right? Making little improvements, watching videos that not other people's videos, but watching videos of those people that can help you grow your channel. Watching videos that tells you how to make a more effective thumbnail, how to make a better title, how to edit your content differently. All those things help out. Everything's spicy. I don't work at Walmart anymore, but I have been saving my money. Well, fantastic, Angel. I greatly appreciate you becoming a member. I think we got about 31 people up here. It's kind of teetered between 30 and 35 over the past month. Some people maybe didn't see a benefit in it. Some people, I keep picking people up, but I lose a person or two. Just some people don't see a benefit in it. Be ready today. But you did, just so you know, just so everybody knows, Angel became a Carolina Reaper member and a Elite Chili Head member. They get free merchandise, however you want to call it, after 3 consecutive months of being at that level and paying at that level. So because he's a Carolina Reaper, he will get to choose an Everything Spicy shirt from my Teespring account when there is 3 consecutive months paid. So thank you, Angel. Thank you for supporting the channel. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Will the Rocker, Will, hope you're doing wonderful. Always doing wonderful, man. You know what? I'll be honest with you. Can I be honest with you folks for a minute? I left work at the end of the day exhausted, mentally exhausted. I don't have a physically hard job. Well, when you're carrying around my weight, some of that's maybe physically hard, but not a physically hard job, mentally hard job sometimes. And I left work completely and totally exhausted. Went home, and I'm supposed to go home, go golfing with my wife, with another couple. We do this mixed scramble golf thing. Dude, I was exhausted for that. That wasn't even relaxing. Now we're both of us were sitting in the car driving home. Like, oh man, that just, both me and the wife were just so mentally exhausted today. It was crazy. So, it could be like that some days, right? You work hard mentally, physically. You try to go out, you try to relax. If I played better golf, if she had played better golf, we probably both would have felt a little better after we got done. Neither one of us did worth a darn. So, and Chelsea did put, where was it? How was everything? And when is the baby due, Chelsea? Oh, there you go. Someone's asking about the baby. Someone did put, I see Elisa Kerwood's in there, link in there. So check out our friend Elisa Kerwood. I live in Texas too, Will the Rocker. Yes, it's getting more humid by the, and that's thing here. Today we were out golfing. So we're out there doing this, and it's sunny. It's not a very hot. It's maybe like 75, 77. But in the sun and 75, oh, it feels so good. We get around the 6th or 7th hole, and the clouds come in, and the wind picks up. And next thing you know, you're cold. One must have got 15, 20 degrees in a matter of like 5 minutes. It was crazy. It was crazy. And of course, I'm all right. I get a little chilled. Not a big deal. But you know how the ladies are, right? When the ladies get cold, suddenly it's like, oh, I'm cold. And they're shivering. They're shivering within seconds of it turning cold. So Sterling Silver says, everything spicy. Those are tips to grow your channel for sure. Even though it is kind of hard to grow these days on YouTube with how mess up it's been for some of us. I know, man. Those are the easy days. Those are the days where just networking. Hey, I come check out they're kind of like how we've all grown, right? A lot of you folks are here because we've networked through other channels and things like that. And you happen to come across my channel. I happen to come across your channel. And we like what each other does, right? Pretty simple statement, right? But a lot of that wouldn't have been possible if we didn't have the 3 dots that are on the screen over here in the chat. I'll do this over here so it looks like, a lot of that wouldn't have been possible. So now we got to get more creative, right? Now we got to get more creative, and our content is more important than ever, right? It's more important than ever that you have a good thumbnail. Now, live streams are live streams, right? Not once a live stream's over, not too many people come to a live stream because they want interactive stuff with the live stream. Miss Murder from Australia, how you doing? Man, most people want this interactive thing with the live stream, man. I want to get in the chat. I want to say hi to people I know. I want to say hi to new people. I want the host to read out my comments. Yeah, I hope it stays until due date. My first game in Blue months. Oh my goodness. That's what we're looking for, right? We want interaction with people. You don't get that. You sit here and watch me babble on and have no interaction. Not too many people. Now, of course, if there's some content in here someone's looking at, what's up, Bradley Whitworth? And, I happen to eat something really super hot or something really super gross, or, someone catch me falling down, or I bend over and I rip the ass out of my shorts. People will come and look for that, right? Everybody will come and take a look for that. So let me check something out. You guys keep talking to everybody. I'm not going to see the screen here for just a second. Holy mackerel. Let me do this. Let me come back to you guys real quick. Yeah, I don't know what's going on tonight. Let's see. And if we have to, we will just Facebook. Let's try this one more time. Boom. All right. Plain old Chuck is in the house. What's up, Plain old Chuck? Good to see you, man. How you doing, Charles? Oh, I'm seeing in the prayers. Uh-oh. Is there something going on, Chelsea? Get married on Halloween. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Phil, did I hear you hear 10 bottles of hot sauce? Yeah, well, you guys remember the League of Fire Chug challenge that I did, I don't know, back in February? Matter of fact, mine was probably end of January, beginning of February 1st, I think it was. I did 5 of these things. Well, they've gotten together to do it again, and we got a different group. It looks like it's going to be the USA versus the rest of the world, or maybe versus the UK. I don't know how that works. And there's going to be some of us on one team and some of us on another. And I just purchased, or I just sent a purchase. I just purchased, so come in, 12 bottles of League of Fire hot sauce. So it's going to come down to the team, not the individual, but the team that chugs the most hot sauce. So, of course, we'll probably follow League of Fire rules, so everybody get points for it and everything else. But, yeah, I'm not looking forward to this one. But I had a really hard time saying no. One thing I could use a little help with, as you guys are always very generous, is paying for it, because at the end of the day, with shipping from this sauce from the UK, it's $200. You know, I just paid $200 to quite possibly have the worst cramps that I've ever had. So, what's up, Lizzie Ann? How you doing? Good to see you, girl. So that's cool. You know, that could be exactly what, you know, I could be just, you know, doling out some cash just so I can lay down here on the floor and for 3 hours wish that I were dead. But hey, it is what it is. Killdeer, what are you? Hold on a second. Killdeer's in the house. Where's Killdeer? Where is Killdeer? We got to get the Killdeer dance going, right? What's up, Killdeer? How you doing, man? Good to see you in here. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to invite some folks up here. So we are going to let's see how this works. Let's see who shows up in my basement. We got 37 people in here. It's a great number of people. I'm glad to see everybody this evening. I am so glad. Again, it's Friday night. We got the entire Saturday and Sunday ahead of, and you can stay up as late as you want, sleep in as long as you want, and then boom, you got all day Saturday, you got all day Sunday. B Wizzo, what's up, man? How you doing? There's my girl Teresa Lagera. How you doing, Teresa? Good to see you. Bobby Joe, you forgot me. I didn't forget you, Bobby Joe. Me and Bobby Joe, man, we got a lot in common. Young lady, ex-husband was in the military. Went a lot of different places that I did when I was in the military. Man, we were on Size last night, probably for a good 45 minutes, an hour. I felt like the two of us were like on the same playing field. So, you know, we're talking about all the same stuff, all the same experiences. Wow, it was amazing talking. It's almost like I was talking to a fellow Marine in the fact that we went a lot of the same places, did a lot of the same things, understood. You know, a lot of times when I tell people, you know, I ate yaki mandu in Korea and found out later that quite possibly the meat in it could have been dog, and she understood. It was kind of like most people don't understand that, so it was kind of cool. We kind of connected a little. Teresa, hello. You come in chat every time I leave. Well, maybe that's because she knows you're there. Oh, we got someone in the basement. Everyone hello. Let's say hello to everybody's favorite granny. Get her done, Granny. What's up? Get her done, Granny.
Hey, guys.
Good to see you, girl.
Good to be here.
Are you exhausted from today, too?
I'm tired, yeah.
Yeah. I'm kind of feeling the same way. What's up, Atomic Menace? How you doing, Dustin? Good to see you. Now, here's another channel. Just like I say, Elisa Kerwood, you know, here's another channel. If you haven't, one of my moderators would look up Atomic Menace and put his link in there. You know, he's one of our elite chili heads in our community, but he's just, you know, with his whole YouTube thing, he does a lot on Facebook. He does a ton on Facebook, and he doesn't have a lot of subscribers. So we'd like to get him up there, and he's going to get there eventually. He's going to get there a lot quicker than a lot of us get there. My wife is sitting here mimicking all my hand gestures. She's got something really important she wants to tell me, and she's got her phone out, and she's over there going, yes, dear. I'm live.
I know. I'm sorry.
What's up, Killdeer? Is it important?
Hey, Michael. Good to see you.
All right. Give me just a second, Lizzie. Okay. And get her done, Granny. Hold on a second. Well, I saw some devices not connected. Killdeer came up in the basement. Holy mackerel. What? He's outside. What's up, Killdeer? There is Atomic Menace's leak.
Hanging out.
Just hanging out, huh?
Trying to get this lag out of here.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah. I was polishing on my bike a little.
You're polishing on your bike?
I can't see on my phone. Nothing.
Yeah, you're killing me on the leg, brother. When you get inside,
Oh, cleaning.
oh my goodness. All good, Phil. Good to see, man. Oh, you're always welcome there. Anything we can do to help, again, at the end of the day, there's going to come a time because of what he does. His channel will be bigger than mine. So, and there you go. Cindy said, let's blow up Atomic Menace's channel sky high. So if you guys love what I do, you know, we call him the robot, the machine. Tell him he's not human because this guy tolerance is at a subhuman freaking level. So, Granny, can you hold on for just a sec? Hold it down for just a second.
I sure can.
Say hi.
Hi, everybody that said hi. I'm on my phone. It's hard to type, so I'm going to say hi to all you right now. Kimberly, Lizzie, who else? Saucy Shane, Be Ready Today, Donald Morris, Will the Rocker Wheel. Hey, Sty.
Hi.
Bradley, hello. Chelsea. Who have I missed? I know I missed somebody. Dr. Smith, Teresa, Atomic Menace. I'm trying to say hi to everybody who said hi to me. It's hard to keep up.
To all of the above.
Hey, Miss Murder.
Representing
Hi, Miss
Australia.
Murder.
Hi.
Oh,
How
Well,
are we?
Now that we got Sty and another lady in here, I can just sit here and be quiet.
Hey,
Like that.
how we doing? All right, sorry about that. Wife had to ask me a question. I just, one of the kids, you know how it is, man. No one's hurt, no one's in trouble, so no, that's all good. So
Great.
good to see you, Sty. Good to see you, Miss Murder. How are you doing, girl?
Not bad. How are you?
Good. Good. You're lagging a little bit.
Yeah. I got a new camera for my birthday. I'm still trying to work out if I got everything right.
It looks like
Or
it's a
not.
little bit caught up. Love the pick spicy. Was that my oh yeah, that was my boobies. I was showing my boobies.
that's yeah.
Had to think about what I had up there for a second. So how you been today, Sty?
Well, it was a bad day that turned out good. Yeah.
Oh, really? That's good.
Yeah. I went over to work on my trailer today because they're opening up the campgrounds. I gotta get ready. Oh yeah. I get over there and can't find the key to the shop.
Uh-oh.
It's supposed to be out in this little combination lock box outside on the house. I open it up, there's a key in there, but it's not for the shop. And my son's at work with the key, my youngest boy. So I couldn't work on the trailer all day. So I went out in the woods.
All right. Well, that's a very good alternative. You can go out to the woods, right?
Next best thing,
I
right?
wish I could do that.
Yeah.
I'd love to go out in the woods.
You got plenty of the outback, don't you? Come on.
Yeah, it's kind of not the same though. I
No.
guess so. But
The same but different.
I'm on like day 4 of no sugar, so I'm a mess right now. I just want to murder people.
The day 4 of what?
No sugar.
No sugar. Okay.
Well, I've cut out the Coke, so I would drink Coke. So I'm drinking Diet Coke, because I don't want to go through caffeine withdrawal as well.
Gotcha.
But I'm on day 4 of like no sugar from that, and I would drink 2 liters a day. So
Oh,
I'm
wow. That's a lot.
really,
What's up,
really
Chewy LTV?
badly addicted.
Yeah, that's
I
a
got-
lot of pop. If you can wean yourself off of that stuff, man, I'm still guilty of drinking like 1, maybe 2 of these sugar-free colas a day. But there was a point in time where I was basically drinking nothing but water and coffee. And if you can get away from obviously that stuff, it's a habit that's hard to break, man. It's really. I'm lucky.
Yeah, it's an addiction like anything else.
Oh,
But even without exercising, I'll drop like 8 kilos like in a month.
Yeah.
It's like, 6 pounds or so.
Atomic. So
No, 16, 15 pounds. Yeah, sorry.
atomic.
I want to
Men,
lose
so
like
proper.
66 pounds.
Yeah, sugar can be the hardest addiction, but I know when I lost like 70 pounds like a year and a half ago, I need to get back on that diet again. Basically, it was no breads. Really, it was mostly eating broccoli and chicken and tomatoes and trying to stay away. And I've always been lucky. I've always been able to quit caffeine and not get headaches. I know a lot of people, when they quit caffeine, they get headaches. They get all these other things when they try to quit.
I had
Caffeine,
bad headache the last couple of
yeah.
days. Yeah, bad headaches.
I've heard that.
But I'm kind of like a bit different. Like people are going like, "What? I have gastric bypass and things like that." And I'm like, "No, not for me. I'm the opposite. I need to eat more.
Yeah.
I only eat like once a day, like 2 pieces of pizza, and I'm full. So, like that gives you an idea of portion sizes and stuff. But I need to eat I need to start eating breakfast and lunch. But it's a bit different for me. But you guys are gonna hold me accountable now. No more sugary drinks.
There you go.
Yeah, it's tough to eat 3 square meals a day,
Well, the thing with those
or even
meals
like they say 6 small meals or whatever.
Yeah, it's hard for me. It's hard to do that.
I've never been a breakfast person.
But at the end of the day, if you really want to, I've done it. You can do it. You've got to plan everything ahead of time. You can't just play it by the cuff. You got to go to the grocery store. You got to buy produce. You got to stop buying the breads and all those other things. You got to keep that stuff out. You got to keep it out of your house. So you got to keep it out of your house. You got to do all of that stuff. And that's, I've done it. I know exactly how I gained the weight. And I know exactly. Now, see, the big thing is with what I'm doing now, and I got to quit using this, or my platform here, as an excuse. But, anything I put in my stomach that's spicy, I need to have some carbs in the belly in order to help slow that
kind of suck it up,
cramps and things down. So, try magnesium with your
for
headache.
a week and a half
eating these
now.
spicy things. I was wondering, does that speed up your metabolism at all?
They say it does. I mean, obviously, I eat enough other stupid foods that I shouldn't eat, where it doesn't speed it up enough. Because if there were as much spicy stuff as I eat, if it worked, I'd be skinny as a pole. At least I should be, right? But for everything spicy that I eat something that's not, to put that spicy stuff on, so that I don't get any worse belly cramps than I do.
Yeah. Well, I weigh like 242 pounds. So if I can lose 66, that's kind of like, I don't want to have an end goal, because if you're too hard on yourself, I think you kind of set up to fail.
Yeah.
But if I could lose 66, I'm 45 now. I know I'm not going to get back to 130 pounds. I know that. So like I did in my 20s. But if I could lose that, and for the first time ever, I'm doing it not for like visual, because I don't give a shit what people think of my appearance and that. I'm hoping that it increases my inner core strength and that I can get rid of some of this chronic pain and sleep apnea. Fingers crossed.
Well, the biggest thing I found when I lost 70 pounds is I had more energy. When I had more energy, I was willing to do more stuff around the house, willing to do some more stuff around the yard, was more willing to do things like exercise and things like that. So start off by just trying to lose the weight and getting more energy. And when you get the more energy, then those other things will come along with it. The biggest mistake I think a lot of people do that are overweight is biggest mistake that they do. What's up, Killdeer? Is they're way overweight.
Hello.
They're eating bad. Their first day, all right, I'm getting on this new program. I'm getting on the machine, and I'm going to start. And they wear themselves out because they're too heavy. They're too this. They're too that. And then they just give up. Oh, this is not going to work for them. So my thought process has always been, start off with your eating. Your eating is 70% of losing weight.
It is.
Exercise is important, but eating is 70% of how you're going to lose weight. So again, get your eating right, then your body starts feeling right. You start getting energy back, and then it's easier to slowly start doing a little bit more. Again, doing more stuff around the house, spending more time, less time sitting on the couch.
I did it the wrong way around.
Resting all the time, because you're exhausted, right? So here's what I want to go do right now, guys. Hold on a second. We'll might get back to that in a minute. So, guys, I'm gonna have to cover this up. I got a package. I got a package from my friend. That's my address. Right. You've seen it before. I got a package from my friend Michael Tan out of Corpus Christi, Texas. Now, Michael Tan, when I first got started in doing reviews and things like that, Michael Tan sent me my first free bottle of hot sauce. Don't know the guy other than the fact that he would come, he would watch my videos, he'd see me do reviews, and he sent me my first free bottle of hot sauce. Matter of fact, I think he's also sent me my first free bottle of tincture. Okay, so at the end of the day, I'm always greatly appreciative of this guy. I've always, shouted him out and things like that. He's hardly ever here. Matter of fact, I haven't seen him in a while. So that's why I was so shocked today, or actually yesterday, to have seen, and I just opened this up in front of you guys, so I am just now seeing this for the first time. Hot sauce. This is Reserve Small Batch Artisan Hot Sauce. It's got a great big old Carolina Reaper on the front. All natural hot sauce. Now, what he does, I think he's some kind of chef or cook. And I want to say, I'm not sure which country he's from. Again, I want to say Tan. I want to say he's not Korean. I'm not very sure where he's from. But let's see. What do we got here? We have fermented reapers. The first ingredient is fermented reapers. The second, and scorpion mash. The third is fresh reapers. We got fermented reapers. We have scorpion mash. And we have fresh reapers as our first three ingredients. Then we have raspberries, black garlic, onion, garlic, cane vinegar, apple cider vinegar, fermented soy sauce, Himalayan pink salt, and other secret spices. So this is Sigbin hot sauce. I don't know if I can get this close enough for you to see this. Maybe I can. Sigbin.
That's cool.
He's got bigger labels on other bottles than he's got here. So we're going to give this thing a try tonight. What's up, Jerry? How you doing, man? Good to see you, bro. Oh,
it's nice to meet everyone.
Hello. Yeah. Nice meeting you too.
Yep.
I'm Bridget.
Bridget.
Hello,
Bridget.
Miss Murder.
Chug it, Phil. Oh, yeah. Just don't even know what it is. Might as well just chug it, right?
Yeah.
We're going to stick Brian over here with everyone else. How you doing, Brian? Be ready.
Oh, yeah. Just don't even
Hey,
know
Brian.
what it is. Might as well just chug it,
Hey,
right?
be ready.
Yeah. We're going to stick Brian over here with everyone else.
Hey, Brian,
Oh, yeah.
Hi.
Brian, you need to mute YouTube.
What's a little sticker you do?
All right, so here's what we're doing. Did you get it fixed, Brian?
I don't know how you do this.
I'm trying to
good
get
now?
my sound ready here.
Did you get it fixed, Brian? I don't know how you do this.
Nope.
You gotta go back to
Brian, you need to mute YouTube. You're on StreamYard. You need to mute YouTube. That's why there's all that echoing. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to get out the official Everything Spicy Knife, handmade for me by Brad Maglat.
Wow.
King of Darkness, what's up, man? How you doing? Good to see you in here. That would taste good on a raw egg, but I don't happen to have any raw eggs here, Henry. I don't have any hard-boiled eggs or even any raw eggs. You know what?
Raw. Little eggs with cheerleader outfits on.
That's right.
Yeah.
Raw
eggs. Yeah.
The raw eggs.
I don't do spicy very well, so this is painful watching this.
That's why I do it for everybody else.
Yeah.
And no one else has to do it.
No,
I,
so I don't have to.
I had ulcers, so I ain't doing none of this.
So I don't know if you can tell. It's a pretty dark sauce. It looks like the raspberries and whatnot give it some of its thickness. It's not as thick as some sauce, but it's definitely not a runny sauce. So let's take the top off. We'll give this a good whiff.
Got-
Michael knows no flow restrictor. That way you can pour it out. A very distinctive smell of vinegar, garlic, and Reapers. Reapers, obviously, if you've ever had a Carolina Reaper, has a very distinctive smell. You add the vinegar, you add the garlic to it, which is a lot of your Reaper sauces, and a lot of them smell the same. A lot of
And
them. But some
Does
of
it
them
make it pop?
Okay.
Does that vinegar make it pop? The
The
pepper
vinegar
pop?
a lot of time is for the acidity, to bring the
Yeah.
alkaline levels and things, for it to preserve it and things like that, so it doesn't have to be refrigerated. The King of Darkness says, "Don't die, Phil." I don't die.
I had to read that. Don't
I
die,
put
Phil.
myself through a lot of
Don't
pain,
die.
but I don't die. That's I'm
We
gonna cover
like
the
you.
keyboard,
Don't die.
Yeah, cover the keyboard.
right? Would hate to get hot sauce on this keyboard.
Well, that's a big spoon now.
It looks big, don't it?
Yeah.
You can put your whole head in it.
All right, so
Ketchup.
runniness wise, it's probably about the consistency of ketchup, maybe slightly more runny. Got a very
Don't hurt
good
yourself
smell
there,
to it.
Phil. Don't hurt yourself.
Oh, I'm not gonna hurt myself. Never hurt myself, right? Nice. Let me bring the camera down here. Nice, dark
Oh
color
my
to it.
goodness gracious.
That
Dark,
looks good.
dark color to it. So you know that's got
Well blended.
some heat to it. But I don't see any. Hold on a second. You've got a mute, Brian. I still hear an echo coming. All right,
How's that? Oh my goodness.
There you go.
here we go.
This guy is crazy.
He's clearing his throat. It's got a little bit of burn
right.
to it.
You know it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lots of seeds in the sauce.
That could
Lots
be
of seeds in
blackberries.
the sauce.
Phil, how long have you been eating spices like this?
On camera for about 1.5 years.
Off
to me,
camera, 40 years.
For me, hot sauces before was Tabasco, store-bought stuff that wasn't really hot, but was more of a flavor than anything else. I guess to me it was somewhat hot. Some of the hottest foods I got
Sriracha.
would be like Thai food and things like that. And then once I kind of got into doing some of the lighter, spicy challenges and whatnot, what sauce was that there, Scott? Then I started getting into hotter sauces. You probably won't find this there, Scott Bonnet. This is Sigbin hot sauces. This is from Michael Tan. So Sigbin.
Oh.
So I've only seen, I'm sure Johnny Scoville has done Sigbin, but the only other YouTuber that I know that's actually done this is Hot Sauce Junkie Tim. For some reason, Michael Tan likes the two of us. And since the two of us have been doing our channels about the same amount of time, everything he sends me, he seems to send Tim, or vice versa. Everything he sends Tim, he seems to send me. I will tell you right now, it's got a good burn to it. Again, it's a good tasting sauce. It's not a thin, runny sauce. It's got a nice, now that you got some of it out of there, you can see it's got a nice consistency to it.
Good coating.
Oof.
That would be that right there. You chug that bottle of hot sauce, that'd be a very, very big mistake.
That right there. You chug that bottle of hot sauce, that'd be a very, very
Come on. No.
big mistake.
Well, let's not be ready now. Who's that echoing?
No, that's not me this time.
Okay, all right,
Yeah, it was Kildare.
all right. Kildare getting himself muted. See you soon, everyone. Got to change my phone. It's acting up. Hey, have a good night, King of Darkness. Good to see you, man.
Take care.
Good night, darkness.
Blake Hurst, what's up, man? How you
I
doing?
like good night,
Let me bring
darkness,
everybody
my
back here full screen. Yeah. There we go. All right. Well, we now. Well, look what Brian's got.
All right.
I think I've seen that somewhere before.
So cute.
Yeah, Brian last month joined the channel, became part of the channel membership, and part of the channel membership, depending on which level you join, you get 1 sticker or 3 stickers or all the stickers I've got. As a matter of fact, as we get up to our 3rd month, anybody who's been with me since the beginning that has 3 months will get one of our new stickers, and that's for our members.
Cool.
So once you've been a channel member for 3 months,
All right.
3 months paid, that'll come out to you. So that means you get another letter, you get another sticker, and who knows, if you don't have one of these, you might wind up with one of these in your envelope too.
Oh, please.
You know, Phil, I really appreciated the handwritten letter.
Yeah.
It's weird though because Facebook keeps disconnecting me and asking me to renew for you and for Sty, and it's weird. I don't know what's going on.
It does for me for a lot of channels. I can be on the outside of Sty's channel, and where it says Sty North and it says other channels, and out there I'm not subscribed, but I go inside and I'm subscribed with the bell. And then vice versa. I can be on the outside subscribed and go on the inside and not. And sometimes it's different on my phone than it is on other things. So
I did that same thing today. Because as soon as I hit subscribe, it already had the bell already fully running.
Right. What's up, Chad Stash?
I found out that it's if you see that you're not subscribed to somebody you want to follow and you're at the video level on their channel, you're watching one of their videos and it's red, go and look at their homepage and see if it's red. If it's not red on the homepage, don't click the one on the video because it's just like a thumbs up, thumbs down. If you click it and YouTube sees you as following the channel, it unfollows you. So then over on the homepage, it'll turn red because you clicked the red one on the video. And it's just like saying, I don't want to follow anymore. You unsubscribe.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful. Just because it's red doesn't mean you're not still subscribed. You got to look at their homepage to know for sure.
Yeah. And sorry, Phil, I just found out the other night that if I have YouTube running and then I enter a StreamYard, I got to basically turn off the YouTube. And so, sorry about the echo.
Good night, James.
Yep. Yeah, you have to completely mute the YouTube side.
So notice that this is different, okay? I'm on YouTube right now, and I've got blackout, okay? And I didn't have this before. So my phone started glitching yesterday or day before yesterday with YouTube. And that would be I click on YouTube, it go to download a channel, and then it boot me right back to the main screen. And I'm like, what's my phone doing? So what did I do? I undownloaded YouTube on my phone, went all the way out, deleted it, everything else, went back in, reloaded it. Then it gave me some features. Now, when I'm on my phone and I click up, like right now in YouTube, if you look and see down there, where is it? 274 notifications.
Right.
I'm getting notifications now. So if a lot of you are looking for notifications and you're looking through your mobile devices, it might just be something where you just may need to delete YouTube off of your iPad, off of your phone, off of whatever you're doing on. You just delete it, go back a couple minutes, download it back on there, and then because again, mine automatically allowed me to update where I have the blackout, the black instead of the white background. And again, I've got tons of notifications, so I'm constantly now getting notifications. Matter of fact, to the point where I have to go through on some of these channels I don't watch regularly and put their notifications on maybe only a single bell and not everything. So,
I'll give that a go. Yeah, it's happening to me too. Like some people aren't getting notifications when I go live, or some channels I'm subscribed to, I've like unsubscribed and subscribed and hit the bell and go all.
Yeah.
But,
we talk about that all the time.
Yeah.
I
think everybody talks about that all the time. Oh yeah, I would have been here sooner, but I didn't get your notification. Well, maybe it's just your device. Maybe because again, I think a lot of us aren't on the computer, aren't looking for necessarily looking for the notifications on the computer. We're looking for them on our device, right?
Right.
So just it may not work for everybody. It may not work for anybody, but for me, I like the black screen now on the back. I like the fact that it's 274 notifications. So it's letting me know.
I wish I had that.
Showing me all the notifications and everything that maybe I wasn't getting before. Guys, if you're just here, we have 33 people in the house. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please hit the thumbs up. Algorithms, analytics, all those things. If you're here, you might as well let someone know that you're here. Share us out. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever. Let your friends know where you're hanging out at. So, might as well. I'll be honest with you. When I first got started on YouTube, up until probably about 6 months ago, I was really shy, especially about sharing people out on Facebook, right? Because my Facebook is, that's my friends, that's my family, and whatnot. My friends and family know what I do now, so I'm always sharing out. And I got more, and maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. I got more, YouTube friends and other things on my Facebook now than I actually have family.
Oh yeah, me too.
What's up, Oji-san? What's happening, man?
I just shared it on Facebook. I think I tried to. I don't know if my phone did it or not. You know how that goes,
right?
Exactly.
You said I had 300 notifications. When I look on my computer, it says I have none. See, there's your difference.
YouTube is actually starting to notify me a lot more.
Yeah. And sometimes it's unsubscribing from people too. I think some of us have discovered that if you purposely unsubscribe from a channel and then resubscribe back to that channel, that you may then get notifications for it. I've noticed that some of my old channels, some of the things I used to do are now popping up here again for me.
I had to do that with yours, Phil.
See?
That was about 3 months ago. I had to unsubscribe and then resubscribe, ring the bell, and then boom, I was getting my notifications again. Yeah. Just don't hit unsubscribe and forget what you were doing and then leave the channel.
Well, that's only people with Alzheimer's like you, Sty.
Yeah.
Hey, watch it.
But I have I have some of the communities that have been helping me, Wood Squad, and and so I'm getting subscribers from there. But it's really it's difficult, guys. I mean,
it's hard. Yeah. I just hit 2,000 subscribers, so I'm like, wow. Cool. But I've been doing this since February last year. So it took me a long time.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I support as much as I can. Yeah.
We're living in a different YouTube world these last few months, right? Because it's not as easy to network and link up with channels as it was in the past.
Those three dots, man, if they brought those features back, it sure would be nice. It would sure be easy.
Like I think I found you.
This is my new mask. I ordered that.
Oh my God. He shaved.
I'm surprised it doesn't have white hair.
I know it.
Because mine does. Mine's got, Sty 2.0 back here.
Uh-oh.
See, everything's spicy. I'm pretty sure I found you.
Can you imagine?
Geordie Bob's. Geordie Bob's.
It could have been Gordy Bob's. It could have been through Ginger Lock's mom, Peggy.
And then turn around, put that on, and then go riding around with this.
Oh yeah, people. You might get run off the road, bro. If you got that mask on and riding your bike, man.
Nice.
Yeah, it's come up pretty clean.
Because I know you've been to the States, have you, Miss Murder? Didn't you stay with Peggy?
Yeah, I stay with Peggy in Jersey. I was there for 5 weeks last year. That's my third time. I went to Texas, Louisiana, try to follow a missing persons case in Texas. Pissed off the sheriff in Panola County. Had the FBI watching me after a death threat. It was fun.
Where are you, Miss Murray?
Texas Rangers, FBI. Yeah. I get in
What
there.
my YouTube notifications say. Oh, let me get that. Hey, well, come in.
What are we looking at?
My notifications. Come on.
You got more notifications now?
Okay.
Yep, that's a lot of notifications.
999. You maxed out.
Yeah, I don't think it's to 1,000. So yeah.
It's like
where are you located?
Me?
Miss Murder.
Sorry.
Where are you located?
I'm in Queensland, near Brisbane, southeast Queensland. So it's a tropical state. The weather's a lot like Texas or Florida or Louisiana. Humidity. So yeah. So pretty much born and bred Queenslander. And I'm coming back hopefully this year. I have to do a redo trip.
Wow.
Yes. Everything went wrong on that 5 weeks last year. Everything. It ended up being hit by a transit authority bus at Houston Airport.
Oh no.
And I was on my way home. Yeah, my Lyft driver drank a whole bottle of vodka, and I didn't realize. And then we got hit by a bus. And then I thought, short of the plane crashing, this trip can't get any worse. So, but I got on the plane and someone threw up in my lap.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, friend Tate.
Hold on a second.
That I have chronic pain. Ginger ended up in hospital the second week of when I decided to stay an extra week in Jersey. Someone put a Louisiana, someone put a voodoo, a hex on me, I swear. So I'm going to come back, redo it. Miss Peter 2.0.
Well, guys, I'm about to go ahead and call it a night.
All right, Brian. Well, hey, you have a good night. Thanks for
Nice to meet you.
Okay.
You're welcome here anytime, Brian.
That's so
Thanks, Brian.
cute.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye, Brian.
Yeah, you too, Brian.
He's nice.
I didn't.
I'm trying to meet some nice people.
I didn't even get a chance to give Kildare a proper twerking.
Yeah,
no.
I know.
Good head
I
massage.
didn't realize that was a thing the first time I gave you a super chat. And then you started.
His back must have went out.
I still haven't worked out how to do that. You told me how to do it. I still haven't worked it out.
Oh, it's still popping up there. Get on from there. Get on from there. You don't ever listen.
Frozen there forever.
And then he likes to pop up there in the corner.
Yeah.
I knew that was coming.
I knew it was coming, didn't you?
Little bastard.
Yeah. He just loves to twerk. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah. All in the wrong places.
Right. I got to pick up some new. I really had to pick up some new stuff, man. I just, I got to spend some time. There's so much. The whole COVID thing was nice. I got to do a lot of different things, but I just don't have enough hours in the day to do everything I need to do around the house. Tomorrow, my wife wants me to go with my daughter and help her look at some used cars. She's got some money. She's rubbed a couple of pennies together, and she's got some money, so she's thinking about getting some used cars. So I don't know, man. Uh-oh. All right, here is the guy that by far has got the most entertaining laugh on YouTube.
Oh, no. Here we go. There he is. Angel.
What's up, Angel? How you doing, man?
Hi.
Good to
I
see
love
you,
you,
Angel.
man. As a friend, of course.
Good. As a friend, of course. He says that to the guys, but to the girls, they're like,
Hi.
I love you.
Well, actually, no, because no matter who I am with on YouTube, I will tell them that I love them after I get to know them a bit. But until I find the true love of my life, I'm not gonna make the kind of love to you guys. Because until I find my true love, I'm gonna hold out the whole kissy kind of stuff for my lover.
Well, that's true. I mean, yeah, when you got someone like to me, I've been married for 30 years. To me, when I say to my wife, I love her, it's different than when I say it to you guys. You know, when I love you guys. I love Granny. I love Killdeer. I love you, Angel. Shy. I'm getting to know Miss
so
Turner.
glad you don't love me like your wife.
But it's
Right.
a difference.
Don't you
You know
love
what I'm
me?
saying? What's up, Tone Ranger? What's up, man? How you doing? Well, we're
Hey,
just talking
Tone
about not getting and not getting notifications.
We were
What's up,
talking about that.
Nathaniel?
Oh,
Oh.
getting old. I had to get up.
You doing what?
She got old. She had to get up.
I had to get up.
Rigor mortis was sitting in.
Was rigor mortis setting in, Granny? No, tell me it ain't true.
Miss Murder.
Not here. Don't have time for that stuff.
Yeah, ain't nobody got
Only
no
in
time
one
for
part
that.
of my body.
Ain't nobody got no time for no rigor mortis. Then shit wouldn't get done around the house. Then you'd be depending on them girls to do it for you. How would that work, Granny?
Not very good.
It's easier to get work out of them when you can get them to work with you than to try to get them to work without you.
Yeah, I'd like to send them to you for a couple of days. You'd be shipping them back real fast.
Yeah, well,
Oh, they'd probably work for him.
Probably, yeah.
We had a child like that. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody, oh, he's so nice, he's so great and so polite, and man, he was a pain in our ass.
Yeah.
ADHD and now he's the better one of the two.
They can't work for arguing about who's going to do it.
That's where
Well,
I
they
bought. That's where I bought the bike from. It was from the youngest. He found that for $1,500 from somebody that wanted to buy a 4-wheeler for his son. It's like, right. It's almost something you'd read out of Easy Rider. Yeah. Bought this motorcycle because he wanted to buy a 4-wheeler. Yeah.
Yeah, I think all of our kids at some point in time. I think even I was, sometimes, I did the lawn mowing for my dad. I did a lot of things for, when I was a kid. But I'm sure there were, there's memories of stuff when they had to tell me several times to do something, and or things, or they had to mow the lawn one time because I didn't, or this or that or the other. So all of us, we get older. We want, we have a tendency to forget what it was like when we were kids. We didn't get ruled with an iron fist, and we didn't do everything our folks told us the second they told us. Maybe we did. I don't remember doing that though. I don't remember doing it.
I tried to stay away from my dad.
Yeah, I was a good girl.
This is it. My dad, when he come home from work, he'd be working. When he had his weekends off, because he worked at GM, he'd be working. I'd do everything I could to be away from the house because he'd have me working right there with him.
Oh yeah, that's the way my pop was.
Oh yeah.
Most of my life, I didn't see my dad until he came home drunk and woke me up fighting with my mom.
Wow, that's
growing up.
Sorry.
Sucks.
It's history. He's passed now. He passed with 17 years sobriety, so that's how I bought
That's
the bike.
good. I went through that with my son's bio. Dad,
No,
he was an alcoholic.
your microphone sounds horrible. Angel. Your microphone doesn't sound good at all.
It's like a bucket.
That's what I was trying to ask you guys about is to test the audio right quick because Will the Walker fan that commented a couple minutes ago where he said that he said good evening. Your microphone is a little bit muffled. Voice is wonderful, but I just want to make sure which setting is properly.
Now
your microphone has syphilis.
Did anybody understand that?
It just doesn't sound natural. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
No, his microphone has syphilis. Sorry.
It's not something. I'm not sure it's
I
that.
know what it is. It's his
But it's right if I test a few settings out to see what you guys think would.
That's it. That's better.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, that's better. I think he's microwave
What's up, Ed
intoxicated.
Garcia? How you doing, man?
The setting that I have right now is the microphone within my Logitech C922 webcam. And tell me what you guys think of this
That's
one.
better.
It is better.
That's better.
It's not great.
better.
It's better.
This is the setting that I had on before, and you guys said that this one boots
No,
out.
No,
That right there is not good. What's up,
Like
neighbor?
underwater. Sounded like underwater.
And what about this one?
No.
Yeah,
Other room.
Go back to.
Next room.
that's why I want to get your guys' opinion of what was the best setting.
Yeah, that's the best.
That
But
one.
it still doesn't sound quite right. I'm not sure what it is, but
Weird.
yeah,
It's
you got
the
you
clearest,
got
but
three
it's
different
probably-
you got
it's
three
also
different
the
sounds
lowest.
that really sound great. But
Need new
Oh,
microwave.
maybe you need to get yourself up.
Hey, Wanda.
I want to do that too, but get rid of
What's
these.
up, Wanda?
Hello, Wanda.
Hello, Wanda. Well,
Hello,
stupid.
Wanda.
me.
Louisiana style.
Look at my crazy fuzzy camera thing.
Yeah.
I've got to get me, and I found out today. I was looking today. You know, you can actually use if you have an iPhone 10, you can use your iPhone as a webcam.
Camera.
I saw a thing on it today. I read on it. Not quite sure how to do it. I'd have to sit here on a Saturday and figure out how to do it. But you can actually use
there.
your
Hey,
iPhone
brother.
as a webcam. And this, iPhone's got 1080p, 4K, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna have to check out because again, this looks a lot better on my old computer, but this still isn't a good resolution on here. Not for what my computer should be. I mean, for the computer I bought, it should come with a halfway decent camera, but obviously it hasn't. So,
I'm using a separate camera to my laptop's old and crappy, so I got a Ava Media webcam for my birthday this week, so it's a lot clearer, a lot sharper.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I went to go buy a webcam, and that's like right after the stimulus, and there wasn't none. They still haven't gotten none in.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's a
Still
lot of
haven't
things
either.
after that stimulus came out that you couldn't go out and get. So.
And the 464 gigabyte chips that was there or in my suitcase. I didn't get them all at one time, but it's like one day I went back and got one, and went and got another one. Now there's two there. Went back, and then now there ain't none at all. They still haven't been replaced. I'm like, I'm glad I got them then.
Couldn't go to the shops and get any here either, I guess, because everyone's needing the video conference now, and so it's sold out of anything decent, HD camera wise.
Well, a lot of the places are beginning to get inventory back again of certain things. Your electronics are getting a little bit better out of a lot of your place. It's funny, here we have now more than ever. People are back out right, doing things and stuff again. And there's more stuff on the shelves than when they were all supposed to be home, and there's nothing on the shelves. How's that work?
Yeah.
You're right.
Does that make any sense?
Don't.
Boy,
It does.
No rhyme or reason.
I couldn't believe it today out there. I haven't seen it that busy. I mean, in years. Not just since the virus, but in years. It was so freaking busy out there. I sat on our main state highway here, and it took me 5 minutes before there was an open slot to just stomp on it and get out into traffic. I could not believe the traffic. We don't have traffic like that here. Everybody's out. All the gas stations full of vehicles. You can't even find a pump to pull up to. Everybody's out and about. It's like nothing happened other than all of a sudden everybody's out.
Well, that's our restaurants just on Monday. We're allowing patrons to come back inside again. So, of course, you're seeing more and more now those parking lots, instead of just a few cars there for people getting carry out and whatnot, Now their parking lots are, kind of full. They're kind of full. They're not packed full because I think some of the places are still, trying to keep the tables at a certain distance.
Yeah, they
apart,
got the distancing,
like that.
so
Yeah.
it's maybe they're at 30 or 50% capacity. Here they're completely open
A lot
and
of the pubs and
Well, here's-
restaurants have opened, but only with the maximum of 10, and a lot of them aren't opening because it's not worth it. It's not
Right.
viable.
Right. Well, here's a lot of these
mean-
places have, the fire marshal limit on how many people are this. So are you then allowed to have half of that? If the fire marshal says this building is allowed to have this, first of all, none of these places ever load up to the point where it reaches that fire marshal thing, right?
Right.
That's in all the restaurants. So is 50% of that? Is that what you're allowed to have customer wise in the place, or that many people, including your staff? Start thinking. At the end of the day, you know what? I don't think your local police, unless these places are jam packed and everything else. I don't think your local police really want to hand out tickets or really. I was talking to a guy. He runs a pizzeria by my work, and they've been the busiest they've been in years since the COVID thing because everybody's getting pizza, right? Carry out pizza. That's your most. Probably your number one carry out thing out there is probably pizza. And they've been so busy, it's been nuts. But he says, they have this nice plastic up between them and the customers, but these guys are in the back working without masks on their face, right? Because they're back there with ovens and everything else, and it's hot. He said he had 3 different people report them, and the police would show up because they had to, and the police would show up and say, "We're here because we have to be here. We understand you're not wearing your mask. We understand why, blah, blah, blah." But they don't cite them. They don't tell them they got to put their mask on. They show up because they're required. They show up. They don't necessarily believe. Maybe it's not they don't believe. They don't give out citations for this. It's kind of, they'd be handing out citations all day long.
Our sheriff in our county actually went public. He was on all the radio stations and everybody heard him. He got right on there and he said, "All right, the state has the shutdown and this is what is supposed to happen." And he said, "I'm asking that you do your best to follow the state's guidelines that they say we have to follow." And he said, "But you do need to know my deputies and the local PDs are not going to be driving around giving people citations for this. It's unenforceable." He said, "I've got 250,000 people in my county. I can't enforce any of those rules on these people." He says, "I don't have the officers to do that." He says, "Because we still have to answer regular calls and, at their regular work. And then all of a sudden they're supposed to start citing people because they're too close together. They got too many in this group." And
yeah, you're touching me.
He says, "There's no way." So, yeah, there was really no.
Yeah, we've got all of this protesting and looting all over the world, and no one's wearing masks. A lot of people aren't wearing masks for that.
And
So we
then some
get
of
our
them are
next
wearing the
buy.
mask. They're wearing them to hide their identity now.
Well, that's it. Some of the masks are for a different reason.
Not for the reasons that they're supposed to
That's
be.
another reason why I'm so glad I live where I do. Yeah. It's still a
watch out for COVID
Right.
too.
I agree with Bradley.
It's still today. I heard it twice from 2 different people. They said, "Oh yeah, you heard about our big protest in town, right?" And I said, Yeah. And they said, "Yeah, all 4 of them showed up." That's
Yeah, the one in my town was pretty pissed poor too. My boy and his buddy and whatnot, they went down there to kind of see what it was all about and hang out and see what. And yeah, it's like he said, it was uneventful, nothing. And they had it at a park, and I actually went through one on my way home from work today, and it was just an intersection. And it wasn't a main intersection, and you had some kids and a few adults standing at the intersection with signs. And some people were honking horns. They weren't throwing nothing. They weren't doing nothing. They were just standing there protesting. I had no problem with that.
No,
right.
No problem with that.
Here we've got this really nice side city park with a big band shell. We have improv bands and like all there all summer long. And it's a huge park. There's 10,000 people in this town, and 4 people showed up standing on the sidewalk with their signs at that big park, and we're all driving by going,
Oh,
yeah, hey, there's benches you can sit down. You don't need to stand there.
I bet you they didn't last very long, did they?
I heard that they were there all day,
Oh, really?
and
All
I
right.
don't.
They were committed.
They were committed. Those 4, yeah, and they'll let them out next Tuesday.
Hey, Phil,
Yes.
is it if I eat on your stream?
Yeah.
Because
as long as you brought enough for everybody.
Because I just had KFC.
Go
beef
for it.
with Grubhub.
I'm trying to do some Zach magic, some Zach King magic, and pull it up. No.
Yeah.
Oh.
But when I was at the time when I was working at Walmart, there was a customer that had cursed at me, and she well, remember to wear your effing mask. And I kind of was like, what? I didn't even say anything back to her.
That's crazy.
Well, I saw 2 guys today that were standing. I should have filmed them. They're standing on the shoreline about 40 feet apart, and both of them were wearing masks, fishing.
Hey, Kirby Chris.
I thought, oh my gosh, they don't want to give their fish the virus or something.
Yeah, right.
They're all alone, just those 2 guys out there.
Hey, Bradley says they say there's going to be protesters in my city tomorrow. If they get in my way, I'm running their asses over, and I'm not stopping. And he's joking, he's laughing about it. But here's the biggest problem, Bradley. My boys got worked up about going to this protest on the pier. My wife got worked up over the fact that my boy wanted to go in the pier. Everybody got worked up. And I says, what are you guys even getting worked up for? I says, this is our little town. I says, ain't nothing going to happen there. Hey, I mean, yeah, if we were in a city, if we were close to Chicago, a metropolitan, dude, they were protesting.
Be worried.
They were protesting over in Flint. It was organized. And guess what? No rioting, no looting, and no burning stuff down. They did it the right way. They protested. They did what they needed to do. They got the word out. They let people know if they're not happy about things the same way things are. But at the end of the day, nobody lost their business. Nobody had to be pepper sprayed. Nobody had to be handcuffed. Nobody had to be arrested because we were all adults.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure the one thing that the people in your family and in your town there, Phil, probably didn't do either is that they probably have never threatened to try to cancel TV shows and movies. Because there's been so many cancellations of TV shows and movies in recent days, like Cops, YPD, and Gone with the Wind. And now people are trying to get the kids show Paw Patrol canceled from
Paw Patrol.
Yeah.
Paw Patrol. Yeah.
That is
crazy.
Well, and they took Elmer Fudd's shotgun away from him and gave him a sign. But yet Bugs Bunny can load his head up with TNT and blow his face all off. They didn't take that out. Bugs Bunny's blasted.
So Wild E. Coyote got fired.
I just want to know one thing. They're not going to rename the Cracker Barrel, are they?
It's coming. Hang on. Yeah, I bet you it is. It's coming.
That'll be next.
They'll rename my Crackle Barrel.
The thing is, those are things that are happening now. Things that they make now, they're making differently, blah, blah, blah. But what I don't like is all of the attempted destruction of history. Our history, we need to know the good, bad, and the ugly of our history. You don't erase
about
it by
renaming
burning
like
books
Fort
and tearing
Bragg
down
and things like that.
and defacing monuments. Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, that's worse than what they're accusing of the past.
And I'm pretty sure I'm
Yeah.
not the only one has done this, but the good, the bad, and the ugly is what helped teach us the stuff that we need to learn ourselves in our later years. Like the good, what was it that the good in you that you learned? The bad, what kind of mistakes did you make? And the ugly, what kind of events did you occur that was so out of control that it pretty much was something that you wish you didn't do?
We learn
Well
through
said.
we learn through so many things in life.
Yeah.
So you guys, they talk about the cartoons, taking the weapons away from the cartoons. I mean, all right, so you're going to take an animated weapon away from an animated person, and yet every week there's a new movie with real people, with real props, with people getting shot, murdered, and killed, people getting punched,
Blood,
neck
gore,
broken, everything else right on the big screen, right?
Yep.
That happens every week. Every week there's a new movie out of violence with cars.
Well,
how many Fast and Furious movies are out there where they're doing illegal, dangerous things with vehicles, using vehicles as weapons? And, I mean, so you're taking animated Yosemite Sam and take his pistols away from us, but yet you're going to let Vin Diesel and all these other and all this other stuff go on? No. That's not doing nothing.
Here's one for you. Okay, so they're going to take the guns away from cartoon characters and all that. Why is it still there is technically no rated X animated features or films?
Or rating.
If it's a cartoon character, the highest they can rate that is rated R. No matter how nasty it is, it can be. I mean, there's actual animated short feature films out there that have child pornography in them, but because they're animated, they are not considered people. So they'll only rate it as high as an
fictional.
R.
Basically, it's fictional.
It's fictional. It's considered fictional. But what is Elmer Fudd? Do you really know a true Elmer Fudd? That's going to get his ass beat up by a rabbit every afternoon when he goes out there with his shotgun? I mean,
I don't know. It kind of sounds like my boy.
Elmer Fudd was blowing the rabbit's head off, and it was all this gore and blood and stuff. But Elmer has never hit that rabbit yet with that shotgun. He never
They do
sounds like my old-
Daffy Duck and his bill spins around. Daffy Duck, his bill spins around when he gets blown.
Yeah,
on top of his head, but he never dies.
Yeah, yeah. That's just getting your lips slapped in the next week.
Right.
I've had that happen.
Although
in real life,
too. Well, the Marine Corps. Now, I'll say this one thing: the Marine Corps did come out and say last week or the beginning of this week, maybe the beginning of this week, that they are getting rid of the Confederate flag in the Marine Corps. Now, as far as I know, there aren't any Marine Corps facilities, there aren't any military bases that actually fly the Confederate flag. But I think what they're worried about, what they're concerned about, the young men that are Marines, I'm sure are young Army guys as well, soldiers, that may use this as a sign of pride for the part of the country they grew up in, but also may use it to antagonize fellow Marines of color.
Right.
So I can understand the Marine Corps taking a stance as like, you know what? We don't want to segregate our soldiers, our Marines from one another. We want these guys to work as
a soldier.
And it's understandable because our national defense is a whole different discipline. It's a whole different discipline. That's that the term band of brothers doesn't fall on deaf ears for most people, because all people in all branches, they're under a different discipline than your normal civilian. It's a much stricter discipline. So I don't see that. And they're what are they representing when they're in the military? They're representing the USA, period.
Right.
That's all they're representing is this nation not its not its individual states, nothing individual. It's all the union. That's what they represent, is the union of the United States. So that discipline, yeah, I think that's very fair to say, no, you can't bring flags of the Confederacy, or yeah, we don't want California's flag flying either on the top of your tank, Yeah.
That's good to hear,
Going in the wrong direction. Turn around.
Yeah. Wrong direction.
Because even though I don't agree with some of the statues and some of the the war heroes, from the South or from the North back in the day, I don't think, even though I don't agree with them, I don't think those monuments should be taken down.
No.
If we're going to take them down, we got a lot of monuments to take down. I'll be honest with you. If you're going to take that kind of stuff down, there's a big black fist hanging in downtown Detroit, just like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they're going to start taking stuff down, they got to take everything down.
I just saw a big fist like that in a documentary about Russia.
Oh yeah, there's the Russia, absolutely. So
late in the day, I thought it was Detroit.
So you gotta allow everything or allow nothing, right?
Right. Well, and that's why we're considered a free nation. Is
Freedom.
We don't hide history, whether it's good, bad, or otherwise. We don't deny the ability to have their word, their say. Because we're, like Phil said earlier, if you act like grown-ups, you can agree to disagree and say, hey, yeah, say what you want. It don't bother me.
Yeah.
And that's where the old rule, your rights end at the end of my nose. The minute you're actually damaging me, well, now that's not a right of yours to intentionally damage me. And that's where protesters that block interstate highways and major city highways, that is not peaceful protest. I don't care what anybody says.
Mm-mm.
That's just damn stupid and dangerous.
Right.
I mean,
I agree.
come on, grow up, get on the sidewalks, go to your big city park, but don't block people's act. There's people that got to go to work.
Go protest at your mayor's house. Go protest at your Capitol buildings. Go protest at all of these places where all these government officials are. Don't go block my way to work. That doesn't make any. That doesn't make any. Make the people make your people in your government see you, be where they are. If you want to make things uncomfortable, make things difficult for someone to get to work, make it difficult for them. Make it difficult for your fellow man. All that does is make your fellow man not support your cause.
Right. Well, see, and that's it.
Support from your fellow man. Show support to your fellow man. Don't be that way.
It makes no sense to me that you would take somebody out on the street, beat the tar out of them, and say, "Did you see that, Governor? I did that because of you." Well, what the heck? The guy that just got beat up, he's going, "I didn't like the governor either."
Yeah.
But they used me to get the governor's attention. No. We don't beat the hell out of each other to get our politicians' attention. I like what Phil's saying. Yeah, you go there and you squat out front of their house and say, "You're the person we want to talk to."
Yep. You're the one that we
elected. Want to beat each other up. We're here to talk to you, buddy.
You're the one that we elected. You're the one, the policies, you're the one that we expect to make this stuff right. That's why we elected you. You're an elected official. You're working for the people. We expect you to work for the people. Okay? So we're out front of your house. We're out front of your place of business. We're out front of places of businesses where these elected officials are, and we're going to make you accountable. We can't make each other accountable. I can't go out there and make some citizen accountable. He's not accountable for nothing. But he wants to go out there and protest. I don't want to go out there and protest. I don't want him in front of my car. I'm not going to go run him over. I don't want him. So go to those places. I saw him at Capitol Hill. Go to those places where your government is, where your government officials are, and be present there. Be present there. make your presence known there, and that's where you want to complain. At this point, we should all be done. All this protesting stuff should be done. Everybody, we got it. You know what? It's been going on for weeks. You know what? We got it. We there needs to be change, and I think everybody now understands. I don't think any more of this needs to go on. I think we all need to get back to work. We need to get our places cleaned up. We need to get stuff that was burnt down or broken down. We need to get stuff, and people need to get their lives. You need to go. If you're out protesting, you're not working. You need to get back to work. And you probably weren't working anyways. You're probably at home bored. Probably why you're out protesting anyways.
Yeah.
But this needs to be over. This needs to end. It's gone on long enough. The only thing that could happen by continuing to do what people, especially the people in Seattle, the only thing that you continue to do is make things worse. You're going to have more people do more wrong, not people that are doing good. More people go doing wrong than doing good, which is leading the whole thing in the wrong direction, right?
Yeah.
We're talking about we want better treatment for people of color or people of different, this is the wrong. At this point in time, we're only making things worse. We're only creating more division amongst people. It needs to end. We need to start to heal from this. And our government, we need to hold our government officials responsible for how things are going to change. Hey, they can shut businesses down for COVID, then they can do things to they've shown you they know how to take care of things and do things, right? With the whole COVID. They can do there's gotta be a way that these people that are making all this money that were elected officials can put their stinking heads together and figure out how we're going to fix this. So, at the end of the day, I don't think we're ever going to get beyond racism. I don't ever think that this is ever going to go away in my lifetime. It may not ever go away in anybody, but we can lessen how people feel. We can lessen how bad people feel. I don't ever think it's going to go away. Maybe I'm naive. Maybe not with enough stuff going on. Maybe it can't. But I don't believe it's ever going to go away. But I do believe that we can make it a better place.
But the only way it would is if the entire world was completely blown to smithereens and ceased to exist. And the reason why I say that is because you're right. It's never going to end. And you want to know something? Even as the smallest of things that people find is racist when it really isn't. Like people found the Washington Redskins racist 7 years ago in 2013. And just recently, the Orlando Eggs Butter Company removed their Native American mascot from their packaging because people found that racist. I mean, what's so racist about a Native American being on a packet for 100+ years? And what's so racist about an NFL team when you have like the MLB team that's also Native American and also the Vikings?
I mean, bottom line is we're gonna have symbolisms of people, no matter where we go. Whether they're, an Indian person on a butter, how is that racist? I mean, it's a Native American person. We've used caricatures and stuff. We make fun of ourselves. If as long as someone's not poking fun, trust me. Hey, you know what? Back in the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, some of these ways that black people were depicted on screen were horrible.
Oh yes, yeah.
You go back and look at those, and I hate using the word like mammy and the black face with the big white outlines for eyes, all that stuff. You go back and look at that stuff. That way, that stuff was depicted. That was a different time.
And people, but
you look at it now, that stuff's horrible.
Well, and the thing is, I think the point that really needs to be made is people got beyond that.
Yes.
They got beyond it. That's a thing of the past. And now, okay, just as an example, I collect 78 RPM records, the old thick records. I collect those. And I've got some songs that go back, some of the first cuts on some of those records. I've got 2 records, and don't take me wrong, it's what it says on the label, and that's what the label was back then in the 20s. They were called Coon Tunes. That was the label, Coon Tunes. And they were actual black artists. So if you were a black artist and you wanted a record cut, you would go under the Coon Tune label. Well, that's terrible, right?
Yeah, it is.
Well, they got beyond that. They just quit doing it. They weren't forced to or anything else, but they quit doing it because enough people, not just the black community, but enough, every colored person was saying, that's raw. That's just not. And so the records weren't selling because of that. So with a little economic impact, they quit the label, right? Well, I've got 2 of those records. Now, I had a black organization, an African-American organization, get a hold of me, and they wanted to buy the 2 records. They were willing to pay me $800 for the 2 records. Okay? Now, the market value of those 2 records are about $125 a piece. But they wanted to pay me $800 for the pair. And I said, why are you willing to pay that much for it? And especially based on what kind of records they are. And they said, well, we're going to ceremoniously destroy them. And I said, well, then F you, you're not getting them. I am not selling them to you. You could offer me $8,000, but you telling me you're buying them to ceremoniously destroy history? No, I will not sell them to them. Those records aren't going to go to Hitler. I don't want to live in Germany circa early 1940s, where let's burn all books that we don't like, and we'll burn up history. What the hell? Why not? No, I'm not for that at all. And I had another organization that was African American based, and they asked me to will those records to the Smithsonian. Now, why do I have 2 organizations that are made up of the same peoples? One saying we want to destroy it, the other saying we want you to preserve it. We want it in the Smithsonian. So it's there so that future generations will know what it was like.
Right.
Exactly.
And I'm all for them. So that is, I've willed those 2 records. They will go to the Smithsonian. They'll probably end up in the damn basement for 5,000 years, but that's where they're going to go. At least they're not going to get in the hands of somebody that's just going to destroy them, But yeah, and see, it's that kind of, to me, that's just foolishness, I mean, people like to use the term colorblind. I've got Native American, card-carrying Native American grandchildren. I've got African American grandson, and 2 other Black American. And see, we see in our family, we see a difference between African American and Black American. Black American is you are multi-generational here in the U.S. African American is you came directly out of Africa. Your first generation bloodline is right out of Africa. And that's, I have one grandson that he's half Cameroonian, and his father is 100%. In fact, his father holds a seat on the Cameroonian Senate. And so, but the thing is, in our family, we aren't colorblind. We aren't colorblind. How the heck, to say colorblind is to say, if I look at somebody, I don't see their skin color. Well, that's not true. You do. You physically see it.
Right.
It's how do you react to it? What we are is we're culturally blind to all the cultures that are in our family. I don't care what your ancestry is. Your family. And that's the way I treat my friends too. I don't care which culture they're from. I don't care the color of their skin. So I'm just blind to all of the tags people want to put on other people. I'll put a tag on you based on your personality and your friendliness and how you are. and then I'll put a tag on you, friend or not friend.
Just out of curiosity, Sty, what kind of tag would you give me? I know Spicy would give me the boot.
The what?
The boot.
What's he talking about?
Boot.
I don't know. And then he fell off.
I don't know.
Yeah,
No,
that's what I was talking
I
about.
didn't understand what you said.
What I was asking you, Sty, if you can hear me clearly, is what kind of tag would you give me?
Oh, what kind of tag?
Yeah.
Well, after I
Oh,
take you to the
get
bed, I'd
tagged.
have a rabies tag hanging from you. Make sure you had your shots. They give you the little tag that says you're covered for rabies for a year. Yeah. There's that laugh. I finally got to hear it tonight.
Yeah, no doubt.
But you know what? I mean, maybe it's my own ignorance. So I look at a lot of people. Again, I look at a lot. I mean, I can only assume based on. I don't see Angel as whatever nationality Angel is. I only assume by his name, Angel Munez, that he's probably Hispanic, of Hispanic origin. But I really don't. I don't. Obviously, you can see people of color differently because there's so. I mean, someone can have characteristics like Angel and still be semi-Caucasian, especially living in a warmer southern climate. But
I'm
again,
a good example.
we are all
I'm
different.
Nate Ranganui. My tribe is Nate Ranganui.
Yeah, we are all different. You know what? We're not all the same. We don't all walk the same. We don't all talk the same. We all walk on two legs. We don't all walk the same. We don't all talk the same. We don't all act the same. You know, we all should be treated as, you know, human beings. But we should we are, most of us are treated as we have chosen people to treat us. You know, if you act a certain way, you'll be treated a certain way. If you act a certain way, you'll be treated a certain way.
Right.
Don't expect to be treated this way when you act this way.
Right.
You know,
Yep.
I think that's what's lost with some of our people that are standing up is some people are acting this way and they want to be treated this way. It doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. Right.
That's people that demand that you respect them.
Hey, Blue Gill.
Oh man, no, you don't get respect from being demanding. You get respect from being humble and caring. That's where the respect comes from, is being humble and caring. To demand you have respect. I deserve that respect. None of us deserve respect until we've earned it. The minute you've earned it, then yeah, you should receive that respect. But you don't get respect until you've proven that you're worthy of that respect. And I don't care what color a person is. If you're disrespectful, then guess what? They're going to turn their noses up to you because it goes both ways. It always goes both ways. And that's like with the term prejudiced and racist. I don't like it when they try to make that synonymous. You know, that the two are the same. Well, that's not true. That's not true. I've actually known some people in my past that were very, very racist. But they had a store. Almost 100% of their customers in their store were of color. That was their livelihood, those people. They were prejudiced against the ones that would try to rob their store, the ones that belonged in a certain neighborhood, from a certain neighborhood where everybody seemed to be in trouble. They had a prejudice against those parts of that whole group. But they were racist because their prejudice finally led to the point where they started tagging everybody of being the same, when they knew that better than that. So you know, prejudice. I'm prejudiced. I'm prejudiced against people that go out to these tiny little lakes I like to go fishing at, and they put a boat in with a 150 horse outboard on it, and I can paddle my kayak across it in 5 minutes, and they're out there water skiing on a lake that's only 5 acres. I'm prejudiced against people with big boats pulling into small lakes. I see it, and I'm going, I hate people like that. Man, I'm prejudiced against them people. And I guarantee you, it don't matter what color they are. You got a big boat, and you're going on my little lake. I don't like you. I'm prejudiced against people like you. Yeah.
It's almost
Hey
like
guys, I gotta jump down. I just want to go grab some lunch.
Thanks for coming up. It was great having you on panel.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it was
I'll be
fun.
back sometime.
Bye-bye.
You take care in Queensland.
that'd be like saying I'm prejudiced against dumb people or stupid people. Yeah.
Well, aren't we all? I'm prejudiced against people that want to drive 10 miles an hour under the speed limit. Ask Ann. People. But and then Bradley makes a good point about number of white people, number of. You know what? Bottom line is there's statistics out there. You want to look at, and you can do all these statistics all day. Nobody wants to hear about statistics. I mean, the statistics are out there. Nobody cares about statistics, especially the people that are pro. They don't want to hear the statistics. They'll tell you that the statistics are skewed. The statistics aren't right. They'll argue numbers.
You know what a big part of our problem right now with all the rioting and all the stuff we've been dealing with? What a huge problem or part of that problem is? We're sitting on it.
Oh yeah.
It's the internet. It's all social medias.
Yeah.
Now, you turn the clock back 50 years ago. When I was a kid, you never heard about somebody getting shot in Chicago, where I lived. You never heard about anybody getting shot in Chicago because it was none of our damn business, because in our town, people didn't get shot. We heard good news more than we heard bad news because we didn't hear about everything going on at the minute it happens all over the world. It's not just in our country, it's the whole world. Oh, look at this travesty. And you go, okay, that country has 3.5 billion people in it, and this guy got run over by somebody on a moped, and it's a travesty, and they ought to slow them mopeds down over in China. Oh my God. It's none of our damn business. Don't we have better things to worry about, like our families, our friends, our neighbors, our communities? Not the whole damn world, not the whole damn country. Our little worlds, the worlds we actually live in, but oh no, the internet makes everything our business,
Well, again, this whole George Floyd thing. Again, I condemn the police. I condemn the police officer that murdered that man, and I say murdered the man. Yep. I condemn the other 3 police officers that stood by and didn't say, "All right, that's enough." Okay.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, is that a global reason to go global?
They're rioting in England over it.
Global. It's like what Sty said. It's the internet. All your social media stuff. This all blows way out of proportion. Everybody needs to work within their communities just to make things better. And again, I think what's happening now is not bringing us together, but is driving us further apart. I'm going to go there. Political. I hate political, but when we had a whole lot more of this going on for 8 years when Obama was in the White House. Okay, having a person of color in the White House was supposed to change our country. Everything was going. We now have, and we seem to have more rioting, more, and a lot of the rioting they just let people go. This is what they'll let them burn themselves out, right? And that's not we had more of that in 8 years. This is the only problem like this we've had since Trump's been in office. And, it just happens to happen the year that
we're getting brewing. This has been brewing. Yes. This has been brewing for a long time. Yeah. And, that's why anybody that wants to be the president of the United States is a damn fool, because you don't know what's going to happen during your administration. And it could be something that's been brewing for several presidencies. And then it comes to a head during yours. And it's like, yeah, and now they're blaming me.
Yeah.
And
well, they started blaming Trump for COVID and not doing things soon enough. And why would it work? I was like, are you kidding me?
Little
That's just Democrats reaching to get more Democratic votes, trying to put the blame on somehow Trump could have done things differently.
Yeah. I mean,
but you want to know something? There was a film that if I ever do decide to get into politics, which I probably won't because I have other things in my life that I want to focus on for right now. But if I ever did get in that area and were to run for president, you know what I would do if the mainstream media were to say stuff about me? Ask the cable and satellite providers to remove stations like CNN, MSD, and CNN that kind. But if they don't, then I'll do the one thing that I wish Trump would do, and that is remove the company from the stock market.
Surprised you don't buy them out and shut them down.
you know, I have an uncle that he just passed away about 6 months ago. And he served 35 years in the military. 30 of those years as a chief warrant officer. And after he was retired, and him and I were talking about some of the things in the world he had seen, because he'd been everywhere. If we had a military base, army base, well, actually he kind of jumped the whole gamut because he was a missiles specialist. He dealt with nukes. He told me it was probably the wisest thing I ever heard from that old guy. We were talking about politics, and I didn't like to go there with him because he was always politically neutral. He always played the, hey, I got a commander in chief. I can't have an opinion. But he told me, he says, look at history. He says, only good presidents ever get assassinated. He says only good presidents die in office. And I look back and I'm going, oh, geez. You're pretty observant. The best presidents that really made social and economic and national security changes were assassinated, and all the rest of the presidents just stumbled through their administrations. The ones that really tried to make things change were the ones that got popped, It's just, that's hard to believe. You got that many presidents, the handful that have been assassinated, all were making major changes at the time. Yeah.
Well, you ask me, all these people going crazy, they just need to have their asses took to a farm somewhere and work real good and hard every day. They'd be so tired, they'd appreciate what they got.
You bet. Well, get them out on the farm and park the tractor.
That's what they need to do, but then they would call that cruel and unusual punishment.
Bullshit.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, I mean, come on, we know exactly how people are, It's just,
Oh, God, my whole life's been cruel and unusual then.
Right?
Yeah. I can't believe what they're doing in Seattle.
Yeah, I didn't know about that because of everything, how we just kind of in our own little community here. And I would think it was Tuesday or Wednesday. The guy sitting next to me at work was. Now I tell you what, the guy I work next to me at work, he's as far right.
Yeah, you were telling me about him.
He's as far right as he's a freaking nutcase. Okay,
yeah.
He listens to Rush Limbaugh 24/7, and if it comes out of Rush Limbaugh's mouth, it is the holy grail, and it can't possibly be wrong, tinted, or anything else. Which, you know what? First thing he did when he told me about this Seattle thing is I Googled it, right?
Right.
I Googled it.
See what's going on.
I was looking at it, and he made it sound like Antifa had taken over 6 blocks.
Well,
So
they're
what I
apart.
expected to see was a bunch of people dressed in black with
Right.
their face covered up,
They're
rioting.
just a small part of it. Yeah.
No, I'm seeing what looks to be more of like a peaceful protest where the police actually gave up the police station. They were allowed to board up their own police station. Okay. The police were allowed to leave peacefully, and the people were allowed to be in that area. Now what they're starting to do is they're starting to be disruptive in that area. You be peaceful, but they shouldn't be allowed to block off their businesses. The police should not have given up.
Well, see, and that's the lesson there is that city and its police, they did not have the right to give up American soil, U.S. soil, to anybody. Now, I wouldn't have I would call it a protest, except they have declared it as their autonomous zone, and they are no longer part of the United States. We need to go in there, and now they're all upset because Trump says, "You'll stop that crap, or I'll have to go in there and do it." He has an obligation under the Constitution to go in there and secure that property back to the citizens. Nobody has the right to take a piece of land and call it autonomous in this country and say, "I'm taking it away from the people of this country, and I'm going to start my own damn little country." No, that doesn't happen in the United States. It's not lawful. It's not, and that's the part I don't like. I don't care how peaceful they are about it or how vicious they are about it. They don't have the right to declare their own little 6-block country within ours. We cannot allow that to happen, because if it is allowed, it's going to happen in New York, it's going to happen in LA, it's going to happen in Minneapolis, it's going to happen in Chicago, and all of a sudden you're going to have all these places that are saying, we're our own little countries and we want to negotiate with the United States, because they're going to have to eat. So they're going to have trade deals to be able to get trade in and out of their zones. No, that's totally against the founding of this nation. And what they're doing is it's embarrassing and it's a shame. It tells me, I bet you I could round up the majority of all the hardcore rioters and the hardcore protesters. I could round them all up, put them in a big stadium, give them all a civics test, and not one of them would pass. Not one of them would pass, because they don't understand the structure of our nation. They don't understand the laws of our nation. They don't know how things have to work and for us to be a free nation. And they are armed. I've watched anything that I ever can see from CNN, from all sides. They're walking around in that zone fully armed. That they've got armed checkpoints that you have to go through to get in and out of the zone. So what they're doing is so beyond looting or rioting in the streets. What they've done is they committed treason against their own nation. They've captured a part of our country. That's a big no. And I feel bad because our people in the military are sitting back going, man, people, stop. We do not want to have to get involved.
Right.
They don't want to get involved. And some of the people in our military have lost track of the fact that they're saying, no, we can never, ever take up arms against our citizens. Holy God. The biggest war in our country we've ever truly dealt with was the Civil War. And guess what we did? We had to take up arms against our own citizens. We don't want it to ever get to that stage ever again. So, yeah, put the National Guard in there and tell them, nope, that's it, you guys. If you're not coming out, nothing's going in. And when you guys get hungry enough, you'll come out. We're not going to shoot at you. We're not going to do nothing, but we're not letting you out until you surrender it up. under siege. Just put them under siege, and they will come out. They'll start crying, going, "I want to go back to my mom and dad's basement. Please, please, please let me.
I need more toilet paper.
I'm out of toilet paper."
Yeah, don't supply them with the necessities of life while they're in there. You take those things away, just like you would anybody who is, being like,
Right.
like an enemy. I
Now,
mean,
if
they're
you're an ally of the United States, we'd aid you. We would aid you if you were an ally, but you've declared yourself totally against the United States. Well, then you're not an ally. We're not going to provide aid to you.
Hey, Sam.
No reason to.
Oh,
Hey,
you doing,
Samantha, sweetie, there's a link. Get up here and cheer us all up, girl.
It's past dinner. It's past dinner time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dinner should be made. You should be out.
Yep. She should just be dabbing the corners of her lips. She should be all done with dinner, and yeah.
Yeah, I know this is a touchy subject. It's a tough subject to talk about because it can get people very emotional. I know that my children, my adult children, and all my children are adult, are very emotional about this, and I can't have a conversation with all but one of my children about this because how emotional they get about it.
Yeah.
So bottom line, I let them be on this. But again, at the end of the day, I can sit and talk rationally to people who will listen rationally, and let bottom line is this all needs to go away. We need to start. We need to start with our government. It needs to start with our government, not the people. It needs to start with the government. If government can do things for all this COVID stuff and everything else, they sure enough can start putting things in places that are fair and just so that things begin to get better for people of color. It's simple. It's a lot simple. Is it ever going to be even? Is it ever going to? No, because there's always going to be people that think that they get unfair benefits, the extra 100 points to go to a college, this, to that, and the other thing. And there's always going to be someone that thinks that things aren't even.
And those unevenness will always exist.
Right.
They always will. The rich are always buying their way in. The poor are always fighting their way in. That's the history of humans. That'll always exist. It's how do we deal with it when we find it?
Okay,
when we find it, we stop it.
I got paid $10,000 less than somebody in the same position as me. And it's only because I was female. There was no difference.
Yeah. Well, again, that should never happen.
But I knew that. I accepted that,
See, and that's the thing.
And if you protested that, you probably would have lost your job.
Yeah.
Yep.
Could have. Yeah. Could have resulted in losing the job.
I would have protested it in a way that it would benefit and somehow turn out proper.
Right.
I'm not going to go, oh, that's not fair. I'm not getting paid the same as that guy because he's a guy and I'm a female. That ain't right. No, that's not how I would do something. I would go to where I needed to go and talk to the people I needed to talk to.
Yeah.
But
I accepted a couple of positions actually below the market value of my position, and I exceeded the qualifications. But I accepted it, and it was based on race.
Yeah.
It was literally reversed racism. I was the odd guy out.
But there's always going to be.
But the thing is
everywhere.
I loved that job, and I knew I could do that job and excel in it, and it wouldn't burn me out. That I would enjoy that, at least I'd enjoy my job. So I took it on those terms. I knew why I was downscaled on the market value.
Are you still there?
I accepted the terms. So I couldn't complain and say, oh, yeah, because they came right out and told me, they said, yeah, we're not going to give you this much because you're white. And I said, I get it. I get it, but I want the job, so I'm willing to take it on the terms you're offering. And they were shocked that I
Yep.
was willing to take less, because to me it was more. To me it was worth it. It was worth the position. So it kind of took the wind out of their sails. It was like, huh, we thought he'd get upset. No, I still wanted the job. Yeah, and because I didn't see it as a racial issue. That may have had its effects, but it wasn't going to tear me down.
But as you say, Bill, at the end of the day, we all know what we're getting, and we all have ways that we can fix things if we want to.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to turn into a big bunch of craziness.
And the craziness has happened. Okay, so it doesn't have to, but the craziness has happened, right?
Yep.
Now it needs people need to go home.
Yep.
People need to get their lives back in order. We need to begin to mend and heal from this. Our government officials need to have looked at this. They need to put systems and things. Tearing down statues is not going to fix anything. Tearing down statues is only going to make that other side that thinks that statue shouldn't come down angry. So what does that do? That creates more division. Okay? Leave things alone. Explain to people how things are and why they are, and this is history. Okay? Let's actually concentrate on the issues, not the things.
Yeah.
Let's see how we can make things better. What is it specifically? All right, you're out protesting, you're out, all right. What is it specifically? What is it today? What can we change right now, today? We'll put it in the books. We'll make an executive order. We've been making all fucking sorts of executive orders, right?
Yeah.
We will make it an executive order today. We'll write it down on paper. What is the one thing? We can make an executive order and change that's going to make things better?
And then we need a cooperative. We need a cooperative legislative level to take those executive orders and put them into law, because the next president that comes in and didn't like the first one's going to just overturn that executive order, because executive orders only belong to the standing president. So the president comes after him unless he reaffirms it, or he'll turn it over. And our legislature needs to say, hey, the House and Senate needs to say, hey, you see that executive order? That was all bipartisan. That's the nation. That's what the people decided really has to happen. Now we need to make it into law. We got to make it a law so no other president can come along and screw that up. And that so often we see that,
But our division in people, a lot of it comes from our division in politics, because they are so divided, they will not work together. Not.
I think the ability to come together is down here where we live, up there on the hill, until they can throw all that politics aside and actually come together, that we're not going to get the benefit down below.
Right.
We need the people that represent us to go up there. Somebody I'll vote for, I'd like to see him in person and say, hey, I'll give you my vote, but you're going to go up on the hill, and guess what? You're going to talk across the aisle. You're going to reach out and talk across the aisle. You're not going to just stay with the good old boys. You're going to reach across the aisle. Both sides. I tell you what, each and every one of them got to quit with this. They didn't want Trump to build a wall, but Congress sure built one. The Senate sure built one right down the middle of the chambers.
Yep.
They can't even see each other over the damn wall anymore. That's ridiculous. Tear that wall down, and they need to start working together.
Amazing drop. The truck drivers say they won't deliver to cities with defunded police departments. To date, 77% of drivers say they will refuse loads to cities with disbanded or defunded police departments.
And
Yep.
I don't blame them.
Yeah, Running
Phil,
Water
look in
told
the
me
basement.
that his company, that
I'll bring you up, Raven.
That
Don't get carried away. I know you like topics like this, and you can get carried away and loud and whatnot. Don't get carried away. We're talking up here peacefully, okay?
yeah, my son's company hauls the buildings for. They build Dollar
Take your
Trees,
truck.
Woolworths, all those kind of
Now,
stores.
Angel, get that down.
Sure.
Angel.
Yeah, that's a rebel flag. That's not the Confederate flag. A lot of people are
But I don't want anybody to misconstrue that when you got a bunch of people up on the panel talking about what's going on, that we've got someone in the group has got a flag up. Okay, I mean, because bottom line is,
I got a
all
flag
people
up.
know. What's up, Sherry Watson? How you doing, girl?
Hey,
I
Sherry.
just want to play you guys for a bit and have some fun.
Ain't nobody said nothing about my flag.
Hey, Angel. Can I bring someone else up on panel real quick?
Sure, I'm guessing it's Ann.
No, it's
Whoever it is, sure, go ahead.
all right.
You
You can stay in the basement if you like.
Yeah, I'll stay and wait there.
You
All
ain't
right.
gonna twerk him first before you do?
The twerk them.
Working.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, wrong one. That's the wrong one, huh?
I was trying to
Yeah,
signal, like,
Hello,
don't
Samantha.
Samantha.
Oh,
I
I'm
was trying to
sorry.
tell you- I was going like this, like, no, not yet. Like
Yeah.
I'll wait. I'll wait for
Yeah.
somebody to drop down.
Well,
You don't got to kick anyone off.
Wasn't kicking anybody off.
All right. Oh, I feel bad.
I asked.
no. Yeah,
you-
we.
And
I'm sure.
he's still
I'm
in
sure
the
he would have
basement.
stepped down if he would have known what Phil
Yeah,
was
if he
doing.
didn't, if Angel would have known it was you, he would have said, "Oh, I'm getting down."
Yeah.
You-
Well, I feel like a jerk.
Nope. Angel
Oh,
has always been gracious in here and whatnot. And I've seen him do it on other panels before too. So
Okay.
I do the exact same thing. Talk when someone wanted to come up, they literally I literally let them come on up.
yeah, yep. So I appreciate it, Angel. If someone else drops off in the basement, we'll bring it back up. We're making some damn noise, Killdeer. What the fuck? Son of a bitch. Oh. So how was your day today, Samantha?
Good. We've been outside all day.
That's awesome. You know, you can be outside with the kids and you can forget about what's going on in the world and you can just be outside and play, have fun. You can forget about all this other stuff. Yeah, we can forget about all this stuff, right? So, yep. Well, work helps me with that a lot, except for the guy that sits next to me. Work helps me with that a lot, being busy at work and whatnot. A lot of times help me forget about, what's going on in the world. I mean, it's hard to forget about COVID with people walking around with masks and things like that and having to wear one, at certain times and whatnot. But, hey, getting out and getting about, being active, whether it's active, however it's active, all those things help us to forget and help us to feel better mentally. Because we all need to feel better mentally. Oh, I do.
I gotta say that this protest that's happening in Washington, Seattle, everything's out the door because they're not doing social distancing. They're all together.
They'll quarantine their new country.
Right.
They'll quarantine the whole country. Hey, Phil, when you were talking there, you were saying, you work and everything and all the busy, and except for the guy next to me. Hey, back off, buddy. I keep telling people say, God, Stein must be nice to not have a job anymore. I said, I tell you what, when you retire, you find out life is an occupation.
Yeah.
Pretty much
Life
so.
is an occupation. There's been days I've told myself, I want to go back to work. I need a break.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I want to
A
go back
lot
to
of
work.
us,
I need
a
a
lot of
break.
us feel like that too, because it's kind of like you've seen people working. You wonder what it's like to go right back to work at times.
Well, some of the things I'm doing now are more exhausting than working.
Well, yes.
I mean,
If I was working, I could afford to let somebody else work on my vehicle.
that's it. You could hire somebody to do that crap. Now you're doing it all. And then you got other people coming to you and, hey,
Yeah.
can you help me out?
Trying to help you out and doing all that stuff.
Yeah. You're retired. You got all kinds of time.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah. Here, I'll try to pencil your ass in.
That's right.
All right,
Yeah.
let me write you in so I can. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, don't worry if I don't show up, I'll call a week later.
How about a month later?
Hey, I stopped at a yard sale today. I haven't been in a yard sale in probably 5 years, and I stopped at a yard sale. I thought, what the heck? I just look around and see what they got. I bought myself an awesome backpack today for $10.
Ooh,
It was an aluminum frame backpack, sweet backpack. Boy, I could go out for at least a couple of weeks with that backpack full of gear. $10. $10.
Nice.
That's a steal.
The guy had a lot of gear that I would have liked to have bought, but I just got no space for it. But I need that backpack. I might hike somewhere.
Oh, just what are you doing playing with swords? You play with knives, you're gonna get cut. If it isn't today, it's tomorrow. It's geez, oh Pete.
That's
There was one day I stopped off at a church that having a big rummage sale in Lori, and I was able to find an Ozark Trail backpack, and it's fluorescent orange, hunter orange, but it's got the back frame and everything in it, and it stands. It's kind of got the braces that holds it out to where it stays square.
Right.
$3.
$3, yeah.
$3, and a sleeping bag for $1.
This one was kind of one of the higher end ones in its day. It's from back in the 70s, and that's got the top frame, keeps the body of the pack nice and square, and yeah. And I thought $10, what the heck? But yeah, the other one I've got, it's purple. I ain't hiking with no purple backpack. I got that in case Ann comes and visits.
Right, or ain't no?
Yeah.
I better not.
Yeah, I bought that for Ann when she comes visit. But that one, I think I paid $3 for, and it's basically the same type of pack. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought all else fails, I could make something to put on it, a leather bag to put on it, as long as it's got the frame. Yeah.
Right now, they're just making backpacks where people cannot unzip it at times.
Yeah, safety packs. Yeah. Hey, buttered toast. Yeah. Hey, the retirement. That's why I tell everybody too. Is you wake up in the morning and you find out you're just been retired.
Yeah.
Or you don't feel like getting out of bed.
Yeah.
Like you want to stay in bed for a long.
Yeah.
Longer,
I usually get retired around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. About the time I'm ready for my retirement. If I'm not mowing, I lay down and take me a nap.
I seen an old guy today. He had to have been in his 80s, and he's on a zero-turn mower, and he's mowing the Toyota dealership here in town.
Yeah.
And the guy is one of those guys, you see him once, and if you ever see him again, you go, oh, that's the guy that was mowing at Toyota. You can't mistake him. I ran into him in Walmart about 3 hours later, and I go, whoa, I saw you mowing Toyota's yard out there. He goes, yeah. He says, third commercial lawn today. I go, say what? He goes, oh, yeah. He says, I got to work 6 days a week mowing. I said, at your age? And he goes, oh, yeah, yeah. He says, but I head south for the winter.
Yeah.
I have a really nice winter. He says, I work my ass off all summer, but boy, I have a nice winter. And I can picture that old boy sitting next to the pool, with a drink. Yeah, come spring, I got to go back home and mow grass.
Yeah, I've got a friend that's kind of the same way. He's young, actually about 15 years younger than me.
Oh.
And he is in asphalting. He works for an asphalt company. And he goes out there in the summer months when nobody else wants to, around all that stink, around all that smell. Sometimes he's working 7 days a week out there, just working, when it ain't raining, they're out there working.
Yeah.
But he works his butt off for those 7-8 months out of the summer. And then he, for the most part, takes the entire winter off.
Yeah. I got a buddy
he does a little plowing here and there, but he saves all that money, again, during that period of time. And he gets a big block of time off in the wintertime. And he goes and works if he wants to, not because he has to.
Yeah, I got a buddy that he's a flagman, and he's 58 years old. And that's all he is a flagman out on construction, road construction. And he's making $28.60 an hour.
Wow.
$28.60 an hour to be out there with that stop and slow sign and a lawn chair and a radio going. he loves his job. And I tell you what, it looks like he's spent
I've
the
seen
whole
some of
summer
those
on
people.
the beach, He gets a hell of a tan, that boy. And winter, he's snowmobiling, ice fishing, and doing all kinds of fun all winter long. Because he said, because he's working 12 to 16-hour shifts out on those road crews. So he's getting all this overtime on top of it. And he said, I make a year's wages, he said, in about 8 months.
Yeah.
He says, I got 4 months of just having a good old time.
There you go.
I told him, I said, well, when you retire, then you just take that. You'll have 3 times as much a good old time then. And he's smart. He takes all of his overtime, and all of that is going into retirement. So he's getting himself set up pretty good. But I asked him, how the hell did you get that job? He says, it was tough. He said, it was really tough. He says, there's only 3 of us guys out of 14 flag people for our company. There's only 3 guys. All the rest of them are these cutesy girls out there, in their little cutoffs and their reflective vests and helmet with the stop and go. He said, I think they put them out there so that the PD can write a bunch of accident tickets. Guys rear-ending other people.
Well,
he says, I think they're in cahoots with them.
it could be crowd control, Doing all these angry people. Come on, hurry up.
Yeah, they don't
take all day you want.
And that's the thing too, is those cute little girls, they don't get drivers yelling at them. Hey, asshole, let me through. What the hell is that?
Yeah.
The guys get all beat up. Hey, you fat old bum, standing there with your stein.
Yeah.
Let me through. No, the girls.
Then be the first guy in line going, man, I have to go now.
Can I go to the back of the line?
Yeah, I want to go back. I'll wait till they come back over. No, it's your turn to go. Aw.
Got to replacing a bridge.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me if they see one girl in the back and then all of a sudden they drive through and then they see a guy.
Yeah. That they're replacing a bridge on this highway that I use to get up to the northern end of the Schwamigan Forest, and I couldn't believe it, man. They built a whole new road at the bridge across that big creek, and then back onto the highway. And I'm thinking, all the work they put into building that road to put in that short little new bridge.
Bathroom break.
And I got to thinking, holy God, this bridge must really be bad if they're investing all that money in doing that. It's just a bypass till they replace that bridge. So that bridge that we're driving across must be in really bad shape for them to go to that expense.
Probably.
Holy, I driving across it made me nervous.
Well, you just got to realize that some bridges don't even have side panels or side things
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
people drive.
Oh, I've been over some bridges. I'd like to get back up northern Minnesota. There's a stretch up there that all it is these big fir logs that they flatten on one
Swinging
side
bridge?
and embedded them in the bank, and they're over small, fast. I mean, you're talking major rapids, and all you can do is put a tire on each side and creep across them damn things. Yeah, there's no two-way traffic. There's only one way. You make it across or you land in the river. Yeah.
Well, it seems like I've seen some videos where some in China they have bridges that are glass, and when you step on the glass, it looks like it's about to crack.
Yeah, some of those videos are hilarious.
I kind of laughed at some people doing it, trying to cross that bridge, and all of a sudden they see the glass break, and they go,
"Uh-oh."
Yep.
Thinking they're breaking it, but it's not. It's like it's an illusion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, computer animated screen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's some of these street artists.
Feel
man.
better now?
You see what some of those street artists do.
Oh yeah, 3D.
They'll paint a big old pothole, and you'd swear to God, yeah, that's real. You'll fall in there. That I think that's so cool. Some of them artists are so their depth perception.
Then
right
they're doing that with ink too. You know, tattoo ink made 3D tattoos. Those things look bad. I mean, it looks like your skin wide open with electronic stuff inside your arm. You'd be like,
my
"Whoa."
artist has been doing a lot of that. The last
yeah, they have.
Yeah, they want biotech kind of stuff,
right?
Where it's like a big open wound and a metal thing going through, or else it's a big open wound and you can see levers.
It's all 3D, and it's like, what?
Yeah, you look like Terminator, you know.
Or you see 3D tattoos that look like you got your skin's peeling off.
Yeah, just feeling it.
Or like little blocks that they would put in it, and it makes it look.
It's crazy what they're doing with 3D and being able to draw 3D and print, and well, they got 3D printers too. Gee, yeah. What's this world coming to?
Yeah.
Gee, when I grew up, there was nothing like that.
No.
Well, see, you got to realize a lot of technology that when you remember dial-up and stuff like that.
Yeah. With the
how far we came.
A TV with a remote. Oh, finally, I don't have to get up for that. Change the channel.
Heck, when I was pretty young, I literally had to get up and flip the channels at times.
My dad came home. I remember.
Bye, Granny.
Hey,
bye, Granny.
Girl.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Have fun tomorrow.
Keep it spicy.
Keep it spicy.
Granny's leaving.
Yeah, I remember as a kid, my dad coming home. He's just proud of himself. He's all happy. He says, God, you guys won't believe what I got. And we had one of them big old black and white TVs, that's got the big old snap channel dial.
Yeah.
And he's got this big ass contraption. It looked like a big C-clamp with a motor or something on the front of it. And he puts that thing on the TV. And we're like, what the hell's that big piece of garbage on there? And he plugs it into the wall. And he sits down in his chair. And he's got this great big old box. And it goes, click, 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 click. All it is a stick of a little electric motor turning the dial on your TV. It was I mean, oh my God. We had every kid in the neighborhood. Once the word got out, every kid in the neighborhood had to come over and see that thing work, And everybody's like, oh my God, that's space AG,
Yeah.
Well, You remember
So
you remember
gotta
our
read-
power antennas on top of our roof? You could go and take this dial on top of the TV and you turn the dial and there was a power thing on your antenna would move and the signal would come in a little bit better.
We never got one of those.
No, I always
Well,
had to yell out the window.
Flat roof on the back of our house. We had to get up there, and my dad would yell out the living room window, "A little more, go right there, right there,
too far."
And you let go, and he goes, "What the hell did you do?" Grab it again. He goes, "There, that's good." Damn it, you lost it again. And you're thinking, I'm gonna be up here all damn night. I'm gonna have to stand here holding that thing.
I had something similar in our first house. When me and the wife first got married, got our first house. We got a satellite dish, but the satellite dish was all good for satellite channels. It wasn't good for your local 2, 4, 7, and all that. Right. Where we live, we could pick up Detroit stations, but we could also pick up Flint stations too. But the antenna had to be moved. So when it came time to watch the Red Wings on channel 50, the antenna had to be moved. Well, our antenna was on this post that was 3 poles that had this thing, so you could basically use it like a ladder to go. Right. But it was up above, way above the peak of our roof, and it was on a big post like in the middle of it, which was like
a big flagpole.
Yeah. So I would climb up there. I would chicken wing the post. I'd put a pair of channel locks on that thing, and my wife would have the sliding glass door open, and I'd give it the whole thing a little turn. I was like, "Is that better?" She's like, No. I turn a little bit more. It's like right there. I take it off. It's like, is it still good? No. You go. I spend 15 minutes up there trying to get it exactly where I could get it to where it given the best possible signal, so you can at least make out what they were doing. I'm so happy when we got cable TV and you could actually, forget about the antenna. Well, I went by that house not too long ago, and that antenna is still on the back of that house.
I don't know.
There are some people that have antennas on their house, but then they have like what they call power boosters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That brings in the signal a little bit better.
Yeah. I don't remember what year it was, but a friend of the family, he went into the satellite business, and he's installing satellite dishes all over, right? Well, he didn't have any employees. It was just him. So he was always calling me, "What you doing this week?" Before I could answer, he'd say, Good. You can help me put a couple dishes in.
Are you talking about the big satellite dishes that?
Yes.
Before they started going smaller at times.
The first dishes, he had some 16 feet.
Jeez.
There were 16 footers, and these people were buying these damn things, putting them in their yards. Well, I went. Did you get one? I went to help him on a job, and he had this 14-footer, and he assembles it right there in their yard, gets it all assembled. This is no shit. He gets over to the posts that he had put in and everything, and the rack that it's going to be mounted to, and he's over there dinking around, and he yells at me. He says, "Stand that dish up and wheel it over here to me." Well, neither one of us were thinking about how hard the wind was blowing.
Oh, God.
And I stood that dish up, and that bitch, the wind got underneath it, and it's standing it up, and I kept hanging on. And it took me 14 feet off the ground, and I'm hanging onto that dish, and it starts doing this. It starts rolling through the yard, and I'm trying to hang on to the damn thing. And my knuckles hit the ground before my body hit the ground. That's how fast that thing started rolling. I got up thinking I'm going to grab it. It's too late. That sucker took off, and this property was a long sloping yard. It went down, and all the neighbors' yards all sloped down for about, almost a quarter of a mile. I watched that big dish roll down that damn hill, and it just kept rolling. And finally, it flopped over way the hell down that hill, and he looks at me and he goes, "What are you waiting for? I need that dish." I said, "My ass. I'm not doing it ever again." No. That son of a bitch took off. You know what? I see those dishes up here all the time now. They're great big smiley faces at the end. Yeah.
Because I seen there's a restaurant here that has one of the dishes, and what they did is they painted a bacon and eggs on it.
You know,
Like a plate.
what's really ridiculous is several years later, when I moved out to Montana, I met a fellow there that he installed satellite dishes, and they were still pretty big. So, his biggest was like a 10-footer,
Mhm.
and they're all wire mesh. Well, I go, how the hell does that work? I said, I thought they had to be a dish. And he goes, no, it's the outer ring. That's all you're catching the signal with. The dish itself does nothing. Nothing. It can be, you don't even need the mesh. The reasoning for the mesh is you can tell if it's, if everything's in order. If the mesh is twisted or bent or sagging, then that ring isn't perfectly flat. But he says that's all it hits the ring catches the signal, and then it shoots it down to the receiver.
Yeah.
He said you do not need any mesh or backing or anything. I said, I was helping this guy with these big old aluminum dishes and fiberglass dishes, and they didn't need all that shit. He goes, well, no, they didn't quite understand it at that time. He said, I said, Jesus. Yeah. Stone Age.
Well, see, the satellite dishes that I remember is when I had a satellite dish, I had one of these what they called direct TVs.
Yeah.
Or Dish Network.
Yep.
And I ended up ordering two of them just to get the local channels.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, when they said that now you don't need the second dish, I said, oh, okay.
Yeah. Telling you have to have two dishes, then a double transponder. You used to have the single transponder, then they went to the doubles. And
good night, Cindy.
Good night.
Oh, good night, Cindy.
Good night, Cindy.
Yeah, that's
right, Cindy.
I was really thrilled.
Good night,
when
Mama Heat.
All I had to do is get a digital antenna because all the local television stations were broadcasting digitally. So
yeah,
no more big antenna on the roof,
Well, it really didn't really matter if you had a regular antenna. It still picks up the same signals as any other antenna.
They got that great big giant dish down in South America. That sucker looks like it's 2 football fields.
That's for radio. That's like a radio.
It's built in the ground.
Yeah, it's a radio telescope.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand what radio telescope is. It picks up the signals from the outer space.
But all it is a giant satellite dish. It's just not shooting at satellite.
It is not a satellite dish. It's a radio telescope.
It's a damn satellite dish. It's under the exact same principle. Exact same principle.
It listens to shit out in space.
It's not looking for a specific satellite. It's shooting. It's looking for anything that's going beep 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 out there in the universe. Yeah, it's expecting some little green man out there going. They got a totally different Morse code than us.
In my state, they had those radio telescopes, the same as satellite dishes. Like
they got them all over.
You would see at a TV station.
Yeah.
They're exact same thing. Premises. It's just that they're radio telescopes, but they could spread them out for miles.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. But how do we know that they're not totally fully functional right now, and they're just telling us we ain't getting nothing yet?
Yeah, we ain't hearing nothing.
They're not going to say anything because they're not going to tell anybody.
No.
Because if they start telling people right now, if you guys
we'd run out. We'd never have any toilet paper.
For all we know, there's a bunch of guys that sit in a basement that's connected to all those dishes, and they've got We've got international YouTube. They've got universal YouTube.
Right.
They got great big Zoom panels going with all these aliens.
Yeah, they're giant men in
That's
black.
all they do on their shift is sit there and hang out in a universal YouTube and chitter chatter with all the aliens. And
Yeah.
they ain't gonna tell us. They don't want us coming in there.
Yeah.
They'll share that with. They'll share that with.
I don't
with
know
us
if
when their views start going down.
I don't know if you ever seen. I don't know if you ever seen the Tucker Carlson videos that showing these craft or whatever they are flying around, these F-16s, F-18s, or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Chasing and yeah,
Yeah.
chasing a saucer.
I think that's kind of like a soft disclosure. They're
Well,
if we actually saw a mile wide ship hovering above a city, all hell is going to break loose.
But how,
You know what?
how is all hell gonna break loose? I mean, so what do you do differently? What does someone do differently when they see it when you see a spaceship? What are you gonna do?
I'm
What
gonna
could
put
you
a-
do?
Grab my camera.
out here. I'm gonna set a lawn chair out here and I'm gonna sit in it and watch.
About time. Where in the
Because there
hell
ain't a
you been?
damn thing I can do about it.
Right?
I know they're not here to talk to me.
Nope.
Like, hey,
All
can
I
I
can
go
do
for a
is sit
ride?
back and watch.
Take me to you later.
We've been in space seeing spy stories for several years, and we've come here to see if there really is any intelligent life form.
The only thing we found is Stay 2.0.
Yeah, they're here. Take us to your leader, Sty 2.0.
There you
Yeah. We've seen or 4.0. We've seen how he
Or
rides that
4.0.
board. Yeah.
We want to take a look at that hover car she's driving.
All the joking aside, it's just
Well,
You know-
all joking aside, they said that if out of all the galaxies that Earth is, there's less than 1% out of all the galaxy that there's a planet Earth just like ours, and that would still be trillions and trillions of planets that is just like ours, and tell us that we're the only intelligent life
What?
out of the whole entire galaxy. Yeah, right.
You know, the real only concern I have
the
if
dang in
if
Pittsburgh.
aliens show up here is, are they going to see us as an intelligent life form or food?
Right? Yeah.
Possibly food, mostly, because if you
And, you
remember
know,
that
if they have the ability to get here
Yeah.
from all those millions of light years away, something tells me they're going to have a snack. They're
Well,
hungry by
I
the
don't
time.
know. I don't know if you remember the Twilight Zone.
That's it.
Serious.
I'm going to tell them I'm old and tough. You don't want me.
The old
Stay away from
Twilight
me.
series that they had, where a guy opens up a book and he's just looking at it and he couldn't read and couldn't
What's up,
understand
Newman?
it, and then somebody translated and said, "They're after
Will
food.
Smith and the other guy.
Food. They're
Yeah,
getting
they're there for food. Yeah.
Raven, I love you, man.
It's like, okay, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You're gonna
They
run?
like
You're gonna shoot these people, or you're gonna just
And
I'd be like a big pizza to them or something, right?
oh yeah, they'd see.
Oh,
you
look,
and
this one's
say,
double
oh,
stuff.
look at the cream puff.
This one's
They get to sty and be like an old piece of beef jerky, all tough and hard
Yeah.
to chew on, and
Yeah,
It'll
they'd
be
pack
like
me in one of their ships and they'd say he's survival food. You know, look at him; he's got a long shelf life, obviously.
so what kind of food would Sam be?
That'd be
dessert. Dessert.
what about
down?
So then
You're gonna
Angel
boil your
would
dinner.
have to be the spicy food, right?
Yeah.
because Hispanic origin. What are you watching Blue's Clues, bro?
Well, I actually ordered a subscription.
Are you watching Blue's Clues?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hide himself. Hey, it's watching Blue's Clues.
Watching Blue's Clues.
That's too
Oh my
freaking
God.
good.
You're busted. You are
He's
busted.
He's homeschooling, right?
You are busted. Oh my goodness.
Oh, dear son. No probes. No. Them aliens can keep their probing to themselves.
Oh yeah.
Oja son's like, I was just about to ask that.
Yeah.
I still wonder if
I was watching that screen in the background and wondering, is it? I ain't going
Good
there.
night, neighbor girl Bradshaw.
Good night.
Hey, neighbor girl, good night.
Hang out with us. Old people.
When he's in the library, he looks like a ghost the way his hair wiggles around.
Yeah.
That's what
Floating here.
It's the alien. There he is.
There he is.
Oh my gosh.
That's the brain
a people sandwich
out of his head.
That's got to be the worst green screen thing going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, his arm just vanished after a while.
Right.
That or man, he's got such a buzz you can see it.
You look at the way he's fuzzing out like that, and it makes me think he's used a transporter off of the Enterprise and didn't see the big sign, do not use under maintenance.
You had that one spot that gave you a whole lot of hair.
All of a sudden his head's gonna go poop.
And no matter what picture I put it in, you guys still see that little frizzleness or that ghost.
Yeah, I don't know what makes you do that.
Well, I don't know. I'm not using any form of green screen. It's a virtual background setting that I'm using on this software called Manicam.
Well, I wouldn't use that anymore.
No.
And look at he puts Golden Gate
No,
Bridge.
not unless he goes to some
Why
stone.
is it that the Golden Gate Bridge is in every alien movie?
Hey, Mo.
It's because it's recognizable.
Whoa.
What's up, Mo? What's happening, Tanya? How you doing, girl?
This doesn't work out.
We're talking about the possible existence of aliens and what kind of food would Tanya be for aliens? I'm trying to think. What kind of food would Tanya be? Hard to say.
Tanya's thinking a delicacy.
Well, she likes to garden, so maybe she'd be like broccoli or something, or like a cucumber or something. Something they could chop up to put on their salad.
Oh, jeez. Oh, you're bad. Yeah. Let's make a salad out of her.
Right?
I don't know if many people have direct TV, but they literally
Bazinga.
stopped using it.
What is Bazinga?
It's what
You never heard of
Bazinga.
The Big Bang Theory? The TV show?
Have you ever heard of the TV show The Big Bang Theory?
Oh, I know about the Big Bang Theory. Yeah.
Yeah, but the characters.
Oh, okay. I don't watch
always says
Bazinga.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, now I see the characters. Okay, now I know it's a Big Bang. Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, because when he was joking, he would say "Bazinga."
Mm-hmm.
You ever watched that movie, Young Sheldon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually
When he's a kid.
Yeah.
That's actually a TV series. It's
yeah.
Before they all met.
Yeah.
And they had Sheldon as a young kid.
Oh, cool. Then we got it made, Mo. Hey, sure it ain't.
I'll think
It
about
ain't
it.
no way from Missouri, right?
Yeah.
There he is.
In the movie.
Well,
It's not a movie, it's a TV series.
All in one. Yeah.
It's a TV series. It's
a series.
I think it's like on this third or fourth season right now because
Yeah.
it's getting popular because it came right after the Big Bang Theory because it's supposed to be the ideal of how Sheldon would look like as a kid in it. I think in the 80s or something like that.
Well, it was good because they used to always do that, like back in the 70s or 80s. You know, you'd have Happy Days, and right after Happy Days, you'd have the spinoff of Vern and Shirley, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a kind of good thing to do there, you know.
And then they had Mork and Mindy's in the 80s.
Mindy, yeah. Joni Loves Chachi. All sorts of crazy stuff spin off of that stuff.
Lenny and Squiggy.
Isn't it weird how Fonzie has become such a nerd in all the roles he plays now? Fonzie was the cool back in the late 70s. Fonzie by far. Fonzie, Elvis, Johnny Cash, like the coolest guys out there.
Mm-hmm.
And then now Fonzie, everything he plays, he's a nerd.
Yeah, look at him in Waterboy when he was
right.
Or
I think he's got to play a nerd because he was so typecast for all those years. He couldn't even be in movies for
Mhm.
what, a couple of decades at least because he was the Fonz. He was Fonzie. He couldn't do anything else. So the only way he could be in something was to be a nerd.
To be Fonz.
It's funny because I watch one little clips of Happy Days stuff every now and then on my phone, and I know YouTube pick up the algorithm. You sit there and watch a 5-minute thing of an old Happy Days episode. Next thing you know, you got the Happy Days episodes coming to your phone. They say, "Oh, if he'll watch this, we'll feed him some more."
Hey, JCT. I did that one.
Yeah, because I remember the Happy Days.
I did that one.
I used to watch all these Happy Days series, and I really enjoyed it. But you got to remember that it was supposed to be in the 50s, in the era of the 50s and 60s.
Well, it's like, in the 90s, I think it was the 90s or maybe it was the 2000s when they were doing that 70s show. I liked that show. That was a cool show.
Yeah.
That's what we stuck on now. The 70s show and 2.5 Men.
Well, see, the one guy who did 2.5 Men, Charlie Sheen, is now in big trouble.
Well, it's a lot different now since, when it first came out, we was drinking, and now we're sober and watching shows about drinking. It's funny as hell.
What's up, David?
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm just talking about the guy who played the character on 2.5 Men.
Mm-hmm. But I mean,
But you know, guys, there are many spin-offs that
hey,
do.
cuz, how's it going?
You know David Evans?
Yes, it's my cousin.
That's what I figured when he put I figured it's either a friend or it's a troll. We're in trouble.
And then there's
He could be a troll. He looked like one. No.
Oh, should we treat him like a troll?
The only show that they tried to spin off that 70s show is called That 80s Show, and it flopped big time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember that.
Then you're lucky.
David, I'm a troll. I'm a short and fat.
But I kind of still remember some of these shows that were playing out, and they're real good. And then I remember all the cartoons. Now, a lot of people are getting upset that they can't see they're Gone with a Win on HBO.
See what?
Well, HBO took down Gone with the Wind. They won't let it air on HBO.
Yeah,
it's back to that whole historic thing. That's all right. I got a hard copy of it, and I got it on Amazon Prime. So why would I pay for HBO to watch it?
Yeah.
Bourbon Bounty, that flickering that you see that you're saying that is something fierce is a background, virtual background that I'm using on the software Manicam. It's nothing that of my control or any form of setting that I can do or fix it. It's just I've been using this for the past couple of weeks, and it's been like this. So yeah, the flickering that you see right above my head and pretty much within my arms and whenever I'm moving, that stuff is within the software.
Bourbon Bounty, don't listen to him. He's an alien. He's using a real green screen. There's a spirit.
This image of him is not real.
Alien.
Okay?
That's why it's the alien showing. See, none of the rest of us have got that. Only Angel. He's got the alien trying to escape his body.
Yeah, if you see, look, he don't have a brain there for every once in a while. Yeah. Hey,
why we got to close up the Stive's mic?
Where'd he go?
That's probably why you put it up there.
My computer my computer has plenty of RAM there, Bourbon Bounty. My computer has 16 gigs of RAM.
Mine only has 8, and it's still pretty good. But then I have problems.
Well, when I bought this computer of mine that I'm using right now, I saw that it had a lot of good features, including plenty of memory and storage.
I'm still working on mine.
JCT almost midnight. Yep, get up there, girl. Hey, I figure as long as I ain't tired, I figure as long as people's talking, we'll keep hanging out. It's very humid. It's affecting his hair.
Can't see it, right?
I swear that bread and butter
Need more RAM in the GPU, not the CPU, in the NDU on the RPG. On the You're confusing me, Bourbon Bounty.
That's kind of a
I remember Third Rock
right over some people's heads. People don't understand the technologies that's grown from so much.
Yeah, well, they didn't have computer class in my high school until senior year. I was half there then.
That's why sometimes, because the only thing I learned about computers is I remember the old 10D computers.
You remind me of school. My teacher said, "Now that you know what I found out about computers is they run on smoke, because once the smoke comes out of the box and you can't get the smoke back in it, and it won't work no more." I'm like, okay.
Well, see, the 10D computers I used to play around with were ones that literally had a floppy disk about maybe 5.5 inch.
Oh, the old 5 inchers, yeah.
Floppy disk.
Yeah. Oh hell, it was just a few years ago going through a bunch of crap I had in storage, and I found 2 big sorters that had about 250 3.5 inch floppies in them. And I'm going, oh my god.
Yeah, how long is it going to
It's
take?
ridiculous to think I could take both of those big containers and all the data off those discs, and yeah, I could put them on a little cheap $3 flash drive. Oh god!
Well, now flash drives are the main uses of putting like computer programs. This has all my Windows This has my Windows program in it.
Yeah, it's nuts. You can get full operating system flash drives.
Hell, I remember when people used to buy the very first Windows program, the Windows 95.
Oh yeah.
And you come with like 16 of those floppy disks, and you had to put one after
the other. Load the whole damn thing. And then they started saying when they first would come packaged, you don't get the discs with it, and they tell you need to burn your own set of recovery discs. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you go buy a whole stack of them devils. You're sitting there burning your background.
To the family.
You see that, Angel?
No, he can't look at the screen.
Oh, yeah. I can see it.
I just used permanent marker on it. I said, what the heck? We'll put permanent marker on it. Except
Yeah.
shows little.
All right, yeah, thank you.
Now we'll stick it up there with everyone else. Just move it over here real quick.
How many Carolina Reaper memberships
How
are
many
there?
times do you keep moving that stuff around?
What was that again, Angel?
How many people are there that is part of the Carolina Reaper membership level?
Actually, the Carolina Reaper is weird because you're only one of two people. So I have a lot of people in habanero and
Either side of it.
and then the people that want the more expensive memberships to get the merchandise or to support more. Most of them are actually in the Elite Chili Head, and part of that is in the Elite Chili Head. After 3 months, you get a hoodie instead of a T-shirt.
Yeah.
So you can pay. So if
And
you
what
wanted
is it?
to upgrade, you
$5
could upgrade.
more?
It basically would cost you $15 more over the next 3 months, and you get a hoodie instead of a
T-shirt.
if you wanted to upgrade.
Which is good. Which is good for a lot of people who like the hoodies.
So either way.
Well, for me, I have a couple of other hoodies already for when I go outside, and so I'm good on that because I have a Flex Seal hoodie, I have a FM Red Hawks hoodie, and I even have the Arizona Cardinals hoodie.
Yeah, but you don't have an everything spicy hoodie.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
That's what he's telling you, Angel. He's telling you about his merchandise.
Hey, welcome back to the chat, Angel.
Frosty feet going, is this Duck Dynasty? No, we've got our own style.
Yeah.
Different. What's up, Eric Pollock? Have a good night, Eric.
This guy right here is Sty.
Not Sty. Sty.
Sty. That's why I said Sty.
With the T.
Yep. And not Stu. A lot of spell correct put Stu in there.
See, I got a friend that he goes by Ski.
I'm the black sheep of that family. Yeah. I got all the money and I get all the fame. Yeah.
And you got Sam that's between me and Angel.
As long as you get all the tail. I mean, forget all the tail, right? Why do you get famous for the tail?
Easy top. It's really longer than it looks.
Yeah.
It's like 4 fingers long.
You guys remember mine used to be about this long? I had to cut it because I had to wear a mask at times.
That's true. Yeah, it is shorter. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, because I had to cut it because I started eating my own beard.
Well, that's not good. Grow.
Holy smokes!
Unless you're leaving
your own beard,
you know.
Yeah, I was saying.
I've never had that problem.
Eating your own beard? No.
Yeah, no. I don't wake up in the morning and find I'm.
No. It's when I wear a mask at times because, you know, a lot of people say, well, you have to wear a mask, okay, and when you end up putting the mask on,
be careful.
Sometimes your beard gets caught, and you're like eating it at times.
Well, you're supposed to have control over the mask. The mask is not supposed to have control over you. So.
Yeah,
right.
But sometimes you move your mask so you can drink something or.
Well, I showed it off the other night. I got one of those masks.
They don't use a staple gun to put them to your face. You can move around a little.
I got one of those masks. My landlord gave everybody. We got 82 people living in this big building, and this is what they said: this mask is just a small way for management staff to let you know we hope you stay safe. This has been going on for 3 months, and I just got this day before yesterday.
Yeah,
3 months they've been trying to kill us off, and they're figuring, well, we killed off enough of them. We got enough vacancies now we can fill. The rest of them we want them to live, so we'll give them a mask.
I'm telling you, they've tainted that. That's why it's in a plastic bag. So whatever they've tainted that with,
that's it. That's why I won't even open the bag. there's anthrax in here or
Something,
something.
there's something on that mask. You stick it over your face and
They're trying to kill us.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Them old
I wouldn't- I
boys
wouldn't-
gonna put them on, and yeah, they'll be walking down the street and go.
there's that opening in
Spit the
23.
mask.
There's that opening in 23B we were looking for.
Yeah,
Now we got rid of that dog.
yeah. That son of a bitch said he'll never move. Well, he's moving now. We'll give him a mask. Yeah.
A lot of people have to wear. It's like,
Yeah, that's bullcrap too. There.
yeah, it is.
Oh yeah. See, running water. He they ragged on him because he had a mustache, and he's got like a Fu Manchu thing going on, and it's all in the mask. It's all covered in the mask, but his sideburns, they said no, and he said fine, and he said, I won't help you unload then. You can just unload the truck yourself.
Yeah.
He drives flatbed, big steel beams and coils of iron and stuff. He said, I'm good with it. I won't be there by your people. You do it.
Yeah.
He still gets paid to unload it. He'll sit in the truck.
When my ex-father-in-law used to drive, he used to drive for a company. All he did is drive, pull up, hook up to a trailer, deliver it, unhook it, hook up to an empty one, and take off again. Yeah, he just
I
dropped.
only got to do that once when I drove over the road, and it ended up costing me $1,800 because I didn't know I'd get in trouble for doing short flops between Kansas City, Missouri, and Kansas City, Kansas. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, the KCC Department of Transportation caught me crossing the bridge. And when they found out I had moved about 60 trailers already, they had to fine $1,800.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's about what I had made moving those trailers. So yeah, I didn't make anything. Otherwise, all my loads, I'd fill a 50-foot van. I tell you, one thing you never want to haul: split peas. Don't haul split peas. They come in these little boxes that weigh 40 pounds apiece. They're just tiny little boxes, and they put them in pallets, but they won't take them off on the pallets. You got to hand unload them onto their plastic pallets.
Hey, Tim.
So you're picking up hundreds and hundreds of these 40-pound boxes. Get them stinking split peas off your truck. Oh, I hated it. I spent a lot of money on lumpers. I figure, lumpers, that's their only income. They charge you $75-100 to unload your truck, and you get 4 guys. They unload you in about 20 minutes, and you're on the road.
Lumpers?
Lumpers.
Lumpers.
Lump.
Lump.
Like a big lump.
Like a big lump.
Like the one you're going to get on your damn head, Phil, if you don't leave me alone.
I don't know what a lump is. I'm sorry, but probably nobody on the panel's ever heard of a lumper.
Don't. A lumper.
Sorry. Never heard of a lumper.
They're the
They're
big
gonna lump your load off for you.
Lump your load. That doesn't lump. I've never heard of lump your load off for you.
I heard them call something else.
There you go. There he goes eating his candy.
Your load off, yeah. I thought they was called something else. Yeah.
You guys,
I've never heard that
the way you want. I don't care.
I'm trying to even think of that name.
I'm just saying I've never heard of the term before. That's all.
Mm.
I ain't making fun of it. Just never heard of it.
OG son didn't know what a Menards was until the first time they went to Minnesota. Menards. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You can get everything at
Is that the bulge in the tire? No. Apparently not, butter toast.
Unless you want to get a hammer and hit your head with it.
$50 to lump. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I had
Unlumper too.
I used to haul freight into Pittsburgh to a Commonwealth warehouse, and they would not let the drivers touch the load. You backed up to the dock, and you were required to hire lumpers to get your load off your truck because you weren't allowed on their loading dock. But I could sit on the side of the dock, right? So I found out that if I brought, because they had a pizza oven in their break room, if I brought 2 Tombstone pizzas and 2 12-packs of Old Milwaukee, I could get my trailer unloaded for that.
Really?
I put them pizzas in the oven in the break room, get them hot and ready, and cut them up and come out. And I had a couple of old boys. They got to know me well. They'd see, whoa, that's our load. That's our load. They come running over, and they're grabbing pizza while they're unloading my truck, and I'm popping open beers and handing them beers. And they get my truck all unloaded. All it cost me was a couple of 12-packs of Old Milwaukee and a couple of Tombstone pizzas.
Now, are lumpers just kind of workers that sit around not making any money unless they're unloading for you or something?
Right. That's all the money they make.
So you just sit around and do nothing until they unload.
In fact, at that Commonwealth warehouse, lumpers had to pay the warehouse a $50 fee per day to lump.
Really?
Because they knew they were making anywhere from $50 to $100 a load, and they'd do 5-6 loads a day. You know, you make $600 in a day being a lumper on the dock.
Wow.
But they would actually purchase slots on that loading dock, and they just hang out until the truck come in. I watched when the truck's backing up to the wrong loading dock, the lumpers are getting in a fight. That's my load. It's supposed to be on my dock. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Viper Gaming. Starting to hear you're living out of your car.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Been there, done that.
Yeah.
Some people do live in their cars or vehicles.
You know what they say? You can live in your car, but you can't drive your home. So always make sure you keep your car.
Okay.
Unless you go in a place where there's so many people are riding, and all of a sudden you're in deeper trouble.
Angel. I know.
That's creeping me out there. Because his whole entire head would vanish.
I hit the wrong button. Sorry. Hold on, Sam. I'm going to do something for a minute. Hold on just a second.
Whee!
There you go.
There. Now you can do that, Phil.
Now we can break in Angel properly.
Yeah.
This is what he deserved.
Squealing like a little girl. He likes it.
Oh, God. Just had to break him in properly. That's all.
Love you too, baby. No.
Yeah. He puts me in that position. I head right for the basement.
I've gone.
Yeah. I'll be back. Right.
Oh yeah, I don't even do that.
I know it.
Yeah, because it's still my face.
Yeah.
The very first time he did that, oh man, that freaked me right out, man. I'm trying to crawl out of my studio. I'm kind of like in a little C-shaped studio here, and I'm trying to crawl out of it. Get that out of my face. And he's laughing. Oh, what?
I was laughing so hard because everybody else the first time was laughing so hard.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
That's what I'm saying. I need to come up with some new stuff. I mean, these are funny. Don't get me wrong. These are so funny.
Okay, now
You're glitchy.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Now can I ask Raven my question? So when my head was nearly digitally like disappeared, that made you like a bit uncomfortable, like when it was like this.
yes, yes. Well, then also your body just started. Man,
That's what he did with his top of his head once earlier.
Well, we got a lot of people up here that have their own emojis, right? Roman's got the beer can.
Yeah.
Killdeer's
Got
got
me.
Killdeer's got we got Killdeer dancing in the wild.
Yep.
We don't have one for Samantha, do we?
Yeah, we do. Remember the polar bear, baby polar bear.
Oh, the baby polar bear. We did get the baby polar bear for Samantha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That can be for Angel.
yeah, that fits him perfectly.
Yeah, we just gotta get him to laugh in the background while he's doing it.
Yeah, that works.
When I first saw the baby polar bear one, I thought, oh, that's sad. Look at the animal cruelty. His brother's dead laying there in the background.
Yeah. Look what they did to his brother. Let me out.
Help, get me out. Get me out.
Rigor mortis set in on the one in the back, right?
Yeah,
Like, let me out. Look what they did to the other guy.
Well, you gotta understand that's a stuffed one right there.
Well, yeah, no shit, Raven.
Yeah.
But what really kind of gets me is when the bear's like going, bear, help me, thinking that his brother's dead.
Yep.
Get me out of here.
But that's the cutest one. That's,
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
The dancing polar bear is kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's about it. Oh, we got that's the one that Get Her Done Granny likes.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
guy just walks in and
It's like, yeah.
We can always make it rain.
Hey, wait a minute.
hey, give me some money. Give me some money.
Pull my hat out. Catch it.
Get my shirt and scoop that shit up. Damn. Yep. Fill a hat. Yep. Stimulus. Oh.
There you go.
Right, I didn't get one.
Stimulus.
I just got one. I just got myself a new bed.
Oh yeah.
I had to get me one. I had to get me one because my cat was tearing part of it down here of my old one.
What's up, Johnny?
I got me this one where it's like.
Hey, Johnny.
Like
Been a while.
See, that's where the magic happens, right there, ladies. There you go.
See, because it's just a platform bed with a mattress on top.
That's where the magic happens, right there.
That's what I got. I got a box spring right on the floor, and I got one of those.
Well, see, mine's
that air mattress. That you
Hey, Raven, what was that sock sticking out from beneath the edge of your bed?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I seen
well,
that.
see, this is a platform that literally has the whole entire. Like watch.
That looks like it's not your bed. It looks like somebody else took it over.
Right?
Yeah, my cat took it over for a while.
Kitty's bed.
Quick question, so I can get your permission there, Phil. Would it be okay if I could download this stream and snip the part where I made Raven uncomfortable with my whole disintegration? Played right in front of me.
It's all yours, bro.
All right, I just want to ask you before I did anything.
Oh, that's fine. I appreciate you asking.
This is for you again, there, Raven. I'm creeping you out, then that's good.
Yeah, well, put your hands out, and then you can still see them better. Because when you lean back, your arms disappear too.
Where is he? Where is he putting that
Bring your
head?
arms up.
Where is he putting that head?
Yeah, it looks like he's
bending over backwards, and his head disappears.
It falls off.
Jeez, Angel, get your head out of your ass.
Yeah, I've actually watched those videos where polar bears got a guy on the other side of a vehicle, and the guy's like circling the vehicle and whatnot, trying to stay away from a polar bear because they're going to eat you.
Uh-huh.
They're cute, but they're going to eat you.
Well, there's a guy who's on YouTube that also has a pet polar bear.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Guy on YouTube's got a pet polar bear?
Yeah.
I've seen people that have these grizzly bears, but it's like, yeah, they have they have to raise them.
Take your medicine there, Phil. Yeah.
They have to raise them from little bears at that point. And for every one guy that's got a pet grizzly bear, there's 10 guys that had a pet grizzly bear and are grizzly bear poop now.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get videos of them.
And then
I know a guy out.
Then the other half only have one arm.
That he had 2 grizzlies, and they used both of them in several films, and he had 4 cougars and no brains. That guy, it could be 98 degrees outside, and that guy's wearing long sleeves, long pants. You never saw him in shorts or short sleeves. And I one day we were at camp, and he was in our camp, and I said, "Hey, Alan, why do you wear that long sleeve shirt, man? It's so hot and humid." And he says, "Well, being that there's just a few of us here," took his shirt off. Oh no. He's covering up all of the bites, the scars, everything he had all over his damn body from raising and training those animals. And one of the guys in our camp made a fatal error. They said, "What's it like to have all those tame bears?" Because he had black bears too. But he said, "What's it like to have all those tame bears and cougars?" He went ballistic on all of us. If any of you ever call one of those animals tame,
yeah, right.
You'll never talk
They're
to me.
not tamed at all. Even
Trained. They're simply trained. They're not tame. They can turn on you any second.
Mhm.
He said all of their natural instincts always stay intact. He said the one wrong move from you, they just think you're something to bite and chew up. He said there's no such thing as a tame wild animal. Trained, yes, but never tame. Oh, he was adamant. Ooh. Well, looking at all the scars on him, I thought, I believe him. I think I'll argue with this guy. Uh-huh.
The thing is, a lot of people think that these people that are trying to raise these animals, they think they could tame them. You cannot tame them at all. It is highly illegal, even in my state, to even have one of these bears as a pet.
Well, that's a state by state issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like in Montana, you can have big cats, you can have bears, you can have a pet Wolverine if you want. I don't know why you'd want one.
Who doesn't?
Hey, look at my pet Wolverine.
Yeah. That's not what you wanted as a pet.
Yeah. Now, there was a guy in northern Minnesota. The church my mother belonged to wanted to buy this guy's property. He had 160 acres, very remote, beautiful property. And he was going to sell it to the church really cheap so they could build a church camp on it, right? But the church wanted to take a look at it, and they knew I had some business background and financial background, so they thought, hey, Sty, you can go up with the preacher and this other guy and look at the property and see if it's worth it. We went up there, and here's this old turn-of-the-century farmhouse. It's just about falling down. And this guy's living in that thing. And we get there, And we're wandering around, and all of a sudden we see this guy that looks like Paul Bunyan walking out of the woods. He's wearing a red flannel shirt, and he's got an axe over his shoulder. And we're like, holy shit, there's Paul Bunyan, for God's sake. And he comes walking up, and he acted like he didn't know why we were there. And we told him, explained to him. And he goes, oh, you're that church. Oh, yeah, okay. He says, come on in, I'll get you some coffee. We go in this old turn-of-the-century house, big, huge kitchen, and he's living in the kitchen. He's got a cot in there. You can tell he's living just in the kitchen. We're sitting at this beat-up old table, and he's got a Coleman camp stove, and he lights it up, getting the coffee hot. And all of a sudden he goes, don't anybody move. And we're like, what? And he goes, don't move. Just don't react. And we're going, why? He says, my buddy's coming out. And he says, to get used to you before you start moving around. And I go, what do you mean your buddy's coming out? And he goes, under this wood stove. Look under the wood stove. And he's got this big wood cook stove. And underneath that stove, I realized there's a couple of floor panels missing, floorboards missing. The biggest damn badger you ever seen come out from underneath that wood stove. And it's sniffing around. And it starts coming into the kitchen towards the table where we're sitting. And it starts to growl. And he goes, don't move. He says he's only growling because he just realized there's somebody he don't know in here. Once he gets to know you, everything will be fine. I said, well, until he gets to know us, how's it going to go? And he goes, well, it go all the shit in a hurry, he said. That preacher, all of a sudden that preacher, he's praying his ass off. That badger's going to rip me up. That damn badger, we sat there for about a half an hour while that badger sniffed around our feet, our ankles. And he comes over to that guy, and that guy takes a big slice of sausage off the table and hands it to that badger. That badger takes it in its mouth, and that badger lets him rub his head like that. And I'm telling you, that badger was about 18 inches across his back. Not the length, just width.
That's the width, yeah.
And that big bastard goes back over. He turns around and looks at the three of us sitting at the table with this guy, and he growls just nasty and goes down in his hole. After talking to the guy, we found out that's how a bitch been living with that thing for about 3 years. He says, oh, yeah, he comes in and he gets his snack and then he goes back. He says he got a burrow under the house. Well, that's nuts. That's nuts. That was it. I mean, that badger was the only reason those two had a relationship was that guy would feed that badger cheese and sausage. And, other than that, the badger said, yeah, you can pat me on the head. Otherwise, don't get near me. I'll rip you up. And I'm looking at that damn thing thinking, they're the nastiest animal in the world. That's nothing but a bag of bullshit, that monster.
Well, just like my dad used to work with the game and fish, he would bring all these animals. We had a duck.
Yeah, a mongoose.
The thing is that I made a mistake is that I literally tried to pet the duck and it bit me. I swear to God, it hurt. And then they think a lot of people say, well, they didn't have to. Oh, they did. They do have they still have these little tiny teeth, and it will literally like
ridges.
Yeah, it will kind of.
Oh, I've had geese break the skin. They grab you and break the skin. Yeah,
they pinch pretty good.
I'll tell you what, Running Water's not out in the chat. I'll tell you a little quick story about Running Water that he won't appreciate. when he was about 3-4 years old, we're out in the backyard, and it was right after a rain, and it was really nice out. The rain had passed. Well, all of the night crawlers came out of the ground, and they're crawling all over. And there's one on the sidewalk, big, long night crawler, big worm. And he sees that big worm, and he goes, "Oh, look at that worm! Look at that worm!" My wife and I are standing there watching him, He's just a little tyke. And he goes, "Can I touch it?" And I said, "Pick it up. Go ahead. You can touch it." And all he did was touch it. And all of a sudden he's screaming like a banshee. He's freaking out and he's holding his hand and he's running around. "It bit me. It bit me. It bit me." God, it took a half hour to calm that kid down. And you finally showing him his finger. You see any blood? You see a bite? Worms don't bite. It bit me. That kid, for years, swore up and down that worm bit him. He
Well,
did nothing to do with worms and
Yeah.
little bastards bite. Yeah.
see
Have
what?
a good night, Oji-san.
Good night,
Take care.
Oji-san.
Oji-san, take care. My dad also had a couple baby fawns, and then
Baby
Yeah.
fawn.
yeah, baby deer. They're
Oh.
called fawns.
Well, yeah, I'm saying that you don't call them baby fawns. You just call them fawns.
Yeah.
It's implied that they're
They-
babies.
I mean, I literally would chase it around a little bit. It bit me a few times.
It bit you?
Yeah.
Huh.
A lot of people think that the animal, you don't,
Good night,
if you
Marcelo.
don't respect the animals, yeah, they will attack you, or they will literally, they have hoofs on them that will literally would rip the skin off you.
But that's I used to just laugh when someone
Tapeworms bite.
we had these kids every summer that would stay at our little farm that we had for a while.
Mhm.
And when those kids would get bit for the first time by a cow, and they just freak out. "It almost bit my hand off." Then I'd go over and peel the lips back and go, "Take a look." That cow can't bite your hand off. It's not the way their mouth is designed, kiddo.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
But it will bite, but it won't really necessarily break the skin unless you
Yeah. If you yank your hand out, you can.
Mm-hmm.
or like you don't want to mess with the bull.
Did you get the horn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it all depends on where you're putting your hands on that bull.
No,
Don't try to milk the bull. I'm just saying.
Don't milk the bull.
See, the thing is that when me and my dad would take me shooting a few times. We went to a place where they now have the game and fish. We would shoot there. We would go, one day we went there and we saw this big bull cow. I mean, he would chase it with his truck. And I would say, "Yeah, get out of here." And we would chase it out because you don't want to mess with a bull because this one still had his horns.
I seen a Brahma. I seen a big Brahma that was dehorned. He just had his nubs.
Yeah.
I seen him knock a John Deere tractor right over on its side. Because my uncle thought it would be funny to flick a cigarette in that bull's face he's trying to get it to get away from him and his tractor. And he flicked that cigarette in the bull's face and it went right up its nose and kind of singed his face. And that bull just put his head down and boom, and tractor went right over on its side. Yeah.
Yeah, they will do that too.
The wife turns into a bull every month.
That's funny.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, when you do shooting, even with a gun, you got to respect it. You got to respect it because you never know. Treat it.
Cool.
Oh, cool.
You remember seeing these guys that they painted their cows to look like tigers?
That's neat.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of cruel to an animal, isn't it?
They're poor cows that were all painted up to look like tigers. I could not believe that.
They're lucky that Carol motherfucking Baskin didn't come and take them.
Right?
What does it look like? What is it? Oh, God. And even one with a
What a
gun.
couple of
Yeah.
Goodness.
What is it? It's supposed to look like that. What's that guy who
Joe Exotic,
Joe
Well,
Exotic or the Tiger King or
the
something?
Tiger King, same guy. Yeah.
Yeah. I tell you what. One of my favorite movie scenes is in Secondhand Lions when those two old boys got that lion shipped to them, and they're out there. They're all dressed up in safari gear, and they got their rifles. And they tell that kid, "Open the door," and they open the door, and it's this big lioness, but she's ancient. You can tell she's old,
broken.
and she's just laying there looking at them, and she's just like, "Huh," right? And those two guys looking at each other, and they're going, "That's our lion," and they're, well, yeah. Well, why isn't it attacking us or something so we can shoot it? And then they go, the one guy says,
"Hey, Dana,
well, let's shoot it." The other guy goes, "I can't shoot it." He says, "Look at that thing. It's so old it can't even get up." He said that neither one of them had the heart to shoot the lion. And the kid ends up making a pet out of the damn thing. But these guys, they're rich, eccentric characters, and they're going to kill this lion they bought. They open the door and the son bitch just lays in there and looks at them like, "What?" Yeah, that ain't no lion. That ain't no good lion. Yeah, they were complaining. We got ourselves a plum lion. Yeah.
Not the kind of lion they would expect.
Yeah. But on that, I love that movie, especially when that guy went in that big frickin' garden and he's making his brother and this kid
all corn
there help plant that whole garden. And his brother, after the garden starts growing, he's going, "What's this?" He says, "It's all the same." And his brother goes, "No, it ain't. Look at here. This is peas. This is cucumbers. This is tomatoes. It's all corn. It's all corn." The guy that sold him the seed, it was all bullshit. It was just corn in every packet. The guy had never gardened in his life, so he figured he's growing all these vegetables. No, it's just all corn. Yeah, I love that movie.
Like the saying that you get what you paid for.
I love that movie because them two old boys, they're rich and they sit out on the porch, both of them with shotguns, and wait for the next salesman to show up on their place.
Well, what about when he went into the soda shop there and those
kick the shit out of all them young boys?
Yeah. What we got here is what the problem with today is. There's no respect.
Yep. And then his brother's sitting there, and that kid says to him, "Aren't you going to help him?" And he looks over and he goes,
"Nah,
no." He says, "There ain't that many of them."
Yeah.
There's like a half a dozen
4 on one
jumping on this old guy, and he just whips the shit out of all of them.
Yeah. What?
And then he takes them back to his house to teach him some respect. And that guy comes out with a big old pack full of steaks, slaps that kid in the face, and he's going, "What's with this?" And he says, "That's for that eye. Meat."
Makes you healthy.
And then they said, "You guys going to stay for lunch?" And they're going, "What are we having?" And he takes that one off that kid's face. He goes, "Meat. We're having meat." Yeah. I love
You eat what you put on yourself. Okay.
I own that movie too.
Yeah.
I know what movie you're talking about. Because it also reminds me of another movie called Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Jim Carrey and can't think of the other guy's name, but
see, there's only a couple of things that Carrey's in that I like. Because generally, to me, Jim Carrey scares the hell out of me because I know damn well you can't act that. You can't fake it. I know he's really that way. So he scares me. I wouldn't want him as a neighbor. I mean,
who doesn't? Who doesn't?
Oh, have you heard
nowadays he's like
speeches? That guy's batshit crazy. Come on now.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, because if you see how he acts now, back then he was okay, but then now he's like getting so
It's
So
natural to
ridiculous.
him now.
So stupid at times.
Hey,
Like I seen a video where he's
Fish
like
is dying,
going
or
Watch it, and
right?
like that.
I'm
Right
watching
out, right
that.
at the president. Right when the president was talking, he's like trying to hurl out something in his mouth from his mouth. Totally disrespecting the president.
Oh, Donald Morris, don't be saying that. Angel's going to drop off the panel to go watch HR Puffin stuff.
I used to watch that all the time.
Oh God!
You're going to get Angel all
Blues
excited.
Clues
Oh
ain't over.
God! Talk about it.
I'll tell you what. If they're
you know-
going to take Elmer Fudd's gun away from him, I want him to. I want him to take that gun and use it one last time on Barney.
Barney, yeah.
Get rid of that purple dinosaur. That
Oh God!
that damn thing. I if I even hear Barney, I'm running. Man, it's not allowed on my TV. It's not allowed in my place.
That was popular when my kids were little. I hated that.
My ex-father-in-law
You know,
filmed every single Barney
Oh,
episode
God.
on VHS, and my oldest grandson, when he was little, would sit there all day, tape after tape after, and I hear that some bitch, I love you, you love me, and if I get my hands on you, I'll kill you. Oh God, I hated that thing.
A lot of
I'd
people
be sound
hated
asleep
Barney.
and I'd hear that freaking song. And
here's
in my
here's
head.
oddball one. Anybody
Yeah.
remember the New Zoo Review?
Oh yeah.
Oh God!
That was an old one. That was.
Ridiculous.
I
We had
remember the frog.
in Minneapolis, St. Paul, because I grew up outside of the Twin Cities.
Mhm.
We had KMSTP was the television station there, and I think it was Channel 11. They had this daily show called Popeye and Pete. Well, Pete had this Popeye puppet, right? That he used in his show. It was one of those corny kid shows, you know, and it was a daily show. And these kids, what they do to fill the audience is they'd contact all the different school districts and say, oh yeah, kids between the age of this and that, we want a group of them. You send a busload down for our show on such a day. Okay, our school got picked, and my sister was in that age group. So we're all thrilled, right? So we're going to watch this show. And the school actually let us kids, the rest of the family, take that day off to be at home to watch Popeye and Pete. So we're sitting there with my mom and dad, and there's my sister on stage. And Pete goes over to her, and what he had a habit of is he'd look for the little girls that had pigtails, right? And he'd, with that Popeye puppet, he'd sit there, and he wasn't no band. He couldn't throw his voice. I don't think he could throw a baseball, but he'd go up there and he'd try to, he's like that puppet's talking and shit, and he'd always pull on the girl's pigtail. My sister, pigs her, boom, heads right for her. And he's talking at her with that puppet, and she's got this evil look on her. And she's the quiet one in the family. She don't say shit to nobody. And she's just staring at him. You could just see. And my dad's like, I can remember
Don't do it. Don't do it.
My dad going, oh no. Oh, no, this isn't good. No. He grabbed her pigtail and gave it a yank. She swatted his puppet right off his freaking hand. Killed Popeye, man. Boom, right off his hand. And she goes, you keep your hands to yourself, asshole. She's about 10 years old. Right?
Yeah.
She's about 10 years old. You keep your hands to yourself, asshole.
Wow.
My dad burst out laughing. My mom burst into tears crying. Oh, my daughter, that was terrible.
No.
And all those kids are going, whoa. She said asshole on live TV. Wow. The quiet one. Yep. Oh, it was hilarious. That was like 19 65, 64. It was hilarious.
I think I remember. I've seen a video of that, and it's been a while back.
What kind of recalls would she have got after she got back out of school? I mean, back to school. Yeah. Oh, don't touch her.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Leave her alone. Oh.
Yeah. Classified as a bully now.
Well, back then they didn't really care about bullies and stuff like that. If you're a bully, you deal with a lot of this stuff. But then nowadays, if you're a bully, you get reprimanded, you get in trouble, you go to what do they call it?
Detention.
Detention schools and stuff like
Never
that.
been there. Liar. Oh.
Sure seemed to answer that in a hurry, though. Still good.
Yeah. I had to do 10 days.
You were thinking. I was thinking about a TV show called Banana Splits.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Minnesota, if you got in enough trouble, you'd have to, where they got you in court, then you usually ended up in, we called it juvie. It was juvenile hall, and it was a boarding house for bad kids, is what it was. A jail for bad kids.
Yeah, I was threatened with that.
I got threatened with juvie many times.
Yeah. I mean, you'd be like all those other guys up in Boonville, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
children jail for kids, man.
Like the show I remember is Banana Splits. The TV show is when I heard that you were making a movie of it. It did not. It really pissed me off when they redid it and they made him look more sinister. Because if you kind of look at it, they look sinister.
Mm-hmm.
And when you see two red eyes coming out of that dog, and all of a sudden you see half of his face, and he's like a robot. That didn't happen in the 70s or 60s. They just ad-libbed it and stuff like that.
Well, thanks for having me, Phil. I got to get going.
Alrighty.
Hey, Samantha. Nice
It was
to
great
meet you.
seeing you, Sam.
All right.
Bye, Sam.
Bye.
Love you, Sam. Good night.
Love
Yeah,
you.
that show.
Oh, yeah. Don't go there.
That came out in the
That's another
70s and
frickin'
60s.
God,
Bye, Sam.
Song. Oh no.
Oh my.
That's I didn't need to hear that song. No.
La, 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 la.
Well, I'm gonna, even though it's only 9.
Apparently, I forgot. You're leaving?
Even though it's only 9:47 p.m. here in Arizona, I'm gonna get off here as well because I think I creeped out Raven enough, and I'll just do it one last time.
Yeah.
Well, have a good night there, Angel. Thanks for
everyone.
joining us.
You
All
should
right.
sneak out in the back.
I'm going to check out too, guys. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning on East Coast time.
Right,
So
Samantha.
I want to thank you
great,
for coming up
guys.
here, Raven, Sty, Steve, Killdeer, Survival, of course, Angel, Sam, everybody else that was up on the panel. Everybody,
Good night, everybody.
Kimberly, CT, Crazy Ann, Dana O,
Crazy
Donald
All
Morris,
the great folks out there.
all the great people out there. I
Jason
want to thank
P.
everyone for coming in. Love you all. Keep it spicy.
Keep it spicy.
Keep it spicy.
Keep it